My name is TJ Gamble, and this is Brewzle. But what does it actually take to get one of these in the state of Alabama?
So all told, we spent about $400, but this is what we got.
That's a good whiskey. There's a lot going on there.
All right, hopefully y'all have had a good week. I am back in the studio with Jill here. My name is TJ, and y'all have tuned in to the Brewzle Bourbon Extravaganza.
Hello, everybody.
Today, we are going to find out what the best bottle of bourbon is for under $50. Now, we polled the Discord, so if you want to be a part of these, make sure you're in the Discord. Should be a link in the description. And this is what they came up with. Now, I might have an issue with one of these bottles being in this particular blind, and that's this Heaven Hill here. I've been seeing it a lot lately for mid-50s, $54, $55. So that technically might not qualify, but I did buy this particular bottle for under $50, so I let it slide. We have these all blinded up, like they're poured into little mini bottles right here. Jill and I have no idea what these are.
Absolutely none.
You've probably not even tried several of these.
I don't know.
I mean, you've had Eagle Rare.
I'm
You've
pretty sure.
Probably had. I don't think you've had this Heaven Hill or the Knob Creek.
Okay.
I don't think you've had either of
I've
them.
had Eagle Rare, no.
Yeah.
I've had Four Roses, I'm pretty sure.
And probably Rare Breed.
I don't know. I think I've had maybe I've had Knob Creek.
Well, we're going to rank them.
I don't know.
We're going to rank them, and we're going to see which one of these is the best. And then next week, we're going to do the best under 75, and that voting should be starting here pretty soon. Again, Kenny, Discord link should be in the description of the live stream. If it's not, one of the moderators will drop it here in just a second. So, all right, so let's go through the bottles that we have in this blind. And we're going to start with Eagle Rare. This guy here, MSRP's for about 30-ish bucks. Very hard to find it at 30-ish dollars, though. I've seen them quite often for 50 or less, though, so I can get this oftentimes in that $45 to $50 range. So, Eagle Rare, and I think that it's going to be difficult because I think I'll be able to pick that one out. And then once you know what they are, it's like, do you rank one over another? Like, I think I'll know this. I think I'll know the Knob Creek. The rest of these, like, you would think the Rare Breed would jump out, but it's been a while since I've had Four Roses and the Heaven Hill.
So you think you'll, like, actually know which one is Eagle Rare and which one is Knob Creek?
Yeah, I think I'll be able to pick those out pretty easy.
I will not know which one is any of these.
And I would think I'd pick the proof with the Rare Breed, but I haven't drank anything today, so who knows how that proof hits me.
So are all these the same proof?
No, Eagle Rare is going to be 90 proof, 45%. This is Heaven Hill bottled in bond. Again, these are used to be $40-something, and now I've seen them just over 50. Bottled in bond, so that's going to be 100 proof. And then this is Rare Breed. This is the highest proof one. What is this, 114 proof?
Because I am the proof queen.
I forget. I can't read that. Can you read that with your good eyes here, all four of them?
All four of them. Whoa.
Exactly.
All four of them are not working in this light. 116
proof? Okay. So this Rare Breed is 116 proof. We've got this Knob Creek 9. Now, we went with the low proof version. I think the other one's over $50. This one also is 100 proof. And then good old Four Roses Single Barrel, which is a fantastic bottle. And it clocks in at another proof that I can't read here because my eyes are bad. Bottom left corner.
What?
So the collar has the proof larger. There we go. Look, 116.8.
What? Come on, Thomas.
Who doesn't know this?
Where's this proof?
It's right down there in that little bitty corner right there.
No. That says 750 milliliters and 50% alcohol.
That's 100 proof, 50% alcohol.
Oh, well, I don't know that.
There you go. Got your magnifiers on.
Yeah, but it didn't say proof.
So 100 proof. So we do have 300 proofers, one 116 and 190. So theoretically, the 116 should stand out, but we'll see. Like, I don't really know. So we're going to slide these off. You just throw them over there out of the way.
Pretty early for a Thomas.
It's pretty, yeah, we're already into the Thomases. Get them out of the way so they can see what's going on here. Don't put them in front of you. Yeah, I'll slide these over here. And then let's get to pouring. Let's jump right in. While we're doing that, let's check the chat. Looks like we've got 324 folks joining us here early.
Wow. Hello, 324 people.
Portugal in the house.
Ooh,
Let's see.
Portugal.
Make sure I'm pouring these in the right order here.
I've been watching a YouTube channel, and the people have just recently purchased a home in Portugal.
E.H. Taylor is a tough find there, Gumdrop, for sure. Good bottle, though.
My eye is watering.
Why is your eye watering?
Because I got moisturizer in my eye.
Don't do that. You're not supposed to put it there. Jack with the $9.99 super chat. You ever coming to New York?
Oh, yes.
Maybe end of July I might need to be in New York. We'll see.
We love New York.
Maybe end of July. I'm still waiting on some things to try to confirm that trip.
I think you gave
Jeff
me a
from
lot
Temple.
more than you gave you on C. Like,
Okay.
boo.
It might have just had more poured in it. I tried to pour it to about the same level here.
You know, I don't drink near as much as you do.
Well, you don't have to drink it all, Jill, just because I pour
I
it.
know.
Okay, that's what I tell people when they come in.
That smelled good.
Which one? See?
I think so. Yeah.
What does it smell like?
Jill reminds me of an Alabamian Lisa Loeb. We've got
Yes.
that a lot lately.
A lot of Lisa Loebin.
We got a lot of Lisa Loeb lately. Which, you know, hey, I mean, she's not bad looking. I ain't gonna complain about it. I would have never thought Lisa Loeb.
That's
like,
right. It's pretty accurate though with the glasses. It's pretty.
As I
accurate.
get older, I get it.
I will give you that.
I'm not hating on it.
All right, so all right, we've got these all poured up right here. Do you want to judge them based on nose? Like, just pick a favorite. Sniff them.
Sniff
Let's
them
pick a favorite.
and pick a favorite. Okay.
Bakersfield. We got a Seminole fan in the chat. Near impossible to find allocated bourbons in South Dakota. I may have to try that sometime.
Oh, Jason says you need to be nicer to me.
Jason who?
Jason Miller.
What do I need to be? I was being perfectly fine. I am a 5-star gentleman. I don't know what that means, but I'll take it. I've claimed it.
Ooh,
What do you think?
these are so far pleasant.
That's Eagle Rare.
How can you tell just by smelling it?
Sorry.
Oh, you're irritating.
I would guess that's probably the Heaven Hill. I'm not sure about that one.
Oh, ooh, okay. Whew. Okay.
Ooh, that one's different. Ben with the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate the support there, Ben. My nose, my sniffer's a little off here, Jill. I thought I'd be able to pick up that Knob Creek right off the bat. But on the nose, not so much. That's gonna be it. This is gonna be fun. So
I'm
if
just
y'all are-
gonna say,
Yeah.
just like out of the box, B smells the best to me.
well, that Eagle Rare is really good.
B smells the best to me.
Yeah, I would be shocked if that's not the Eagle Rare. But I'm not picking up that, like, I can oftentimes get a little
I don't
nuttiness
know
on the
what
Knob
it is,
Creek, and I'm
but
not picking it up.
B smells fruity.
Yeah.
It's very fruity. It
Yes.
smells really.
I would
A's
guess
not
that's-
bad.
I
A's
guess that's
pretty
the
good.
rare breed on the nose.
C has a little weirdness. Not bad, but yeah, C and D are kind of the same. I prefer A and B.
I think that's the Knob Creek there. So I'm
amen.
thinking Knob Creek. So if I had to guess just off the nose, that is rare breed, that is Eagle Rare, that is Knob Creek, and these two kind of similar, but I'm gonna go the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond and the Four Roses. That'd be my guess.
Are you trying to show out?
That's my guess. I'm probably completely wrong.
trying to
You're not showing out if you're wrong.
He's trying to show
That's how
out,
it
people.
works.
He's trying to show out.
Steve with the $1.99 super chat. Appreciate the support.
So what I'm gonna say is this one smells pretty good. This one smells really good. And these three are just okay. I have no clue what they go with. I can't say that they're Knob Creek or Heaven Hill or all that wonderfulness, but I can say A and B smell really good, And C through D, C, D, and E are,
Not as good. They're
okay.
good, but not as good.
Yeah, they're good. They're not as good.
Will Ratner says, Knob Creek always smells like a rusty dog nose mixed with elderberry molar syrup. And that's why I thought, honestly, I thought I'd be able to pick it up.
Rusty dog.
The more I get into it, the more confident I am that that is the Knob Creek, and that this is the Eagle Rare and the Knob Creek are the only ones I'm extremely confident in. I do think that's the rare breed, but then these two,
I have no clue.
these two, I'm going to stick to Four Roses and Heaven Hill, but I'm not certain on those. So, Brian with the $5 super chat. Appreciate the support there, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, so let's give these a try. So, y'all, before we get into these, in the chat, how would you rank them? Again, we're talking Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond, Eagle Rare, Rare Breed, Knob Creek 9, 100 proof, and then a Four Roses single barrel. So let me know what y'all think, how y'all think this is going to come out. With obviously,
and we're ranking these, like this is my ranking and your ranking, right?
That's why we have two glasses, two sets of glasses. You do your own ranking. You don't have to agree with me. It's better if you don't, so we can argue about it.
What Jason said, be nice.
I said two glasses. I said
it's why we got two glasses.
But that's why we have two glasses.
Well, I didn't know.
But that's why I told you when you asked. Dang, y'all get me in trouble already. Proof will tell the time. I think so. I think the proof will give it away. We'll see. And I think it might on the nose a little bit. You left off E.H. Taylor small batch. Here it's more than $50, always. So it might make the 75 and under. But E.H. Taylor, everywhere we get it here, it's $55. Every bottle I've had is at least $55. Eagle Rare, a lot of folks picking Eagle Rare first. Wild Turkey Rare Breed, Four Roses. So for me, knowing, I'm pretty sure what the Eagle Rare is, it's going to be hard to move it down. Gumdrop with the $4.99 Super Chat. He's probably right on the Eagle Rare. It's such a fantastic balance and has all my favorite flavors in a bourbon. It just smells, it has that kind of soft, fruity grape note to it that I can usually pick out. And then the reason I think this is the Knob Creek is my palate's starting to pick up some of that nuttiness I get on it.
I'm not paying you any attention, so I can just do my own thing.
Okay, sorry. Don't want to.
No, it's fine.
You do your way. Okay. Can I talk to people though?
Sure, talk.
I can
Talk to people.
I can keep the chat going here.
Yes, keep the chat going. Talk to people. I'm just paying attention.
Y'all got me in trouble already. Oh yeah. That's the rare breed. By the way, I brought water, not just... These are the best pretzels in the world. I'm not a pretzel fan.
Okay,
but
people.
Dot's Homestyle Pretzels,
if
where
you
it's
have not had these pretzels, they are the best. Look, if you want to sponsor us, Dot's Pretzels, I will not be offended at all. We found these pretzels from our friends. We went to our... vacation with our friends in Branson, Missouri, and they brought these pretzels, and I had never had them before. Thank you, Joel and Kelby. Love you. Mwah. These are amazing. Oh my gosh.
really good pretzels.
So good. And these are I've only had the original. They have a bunch of different flavors.
I just want the original.
These are so good.
Ryan with the $2 super chat. Appreciate the support there, Ryan.
So good. So good. That's got a really good aftertaste. It's very not proof heavy, whatever this one is.
Okay.
It's low proof, but it's got a really good...
So you think that one's low proof?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think the proof is on it, if you had to guess?
If I had to guess, 90.
Fair enough.
90-ish. Somewhere around the 90 form. It's low.
What?
I see your face. Am I wrong?
No, you're probably absolutely right.
I don't think it's high proof. I don't. But I haven't tried the rest of them, so it may be the highest of all of them.
I understand.
But so far...
Yeah, so still Austin asking in the chat. I've got to go to Austin second week of July, so I might try to go a day or so early and see if I can get in there. What do you think of that one?
I've only tried A so far.
Oh, okay. You haven't moved on. Sorry.
I haven't. I liked A. But it was just because it's very drinkable. It's not like,
Weller Antique.
it's not offensive.
I would have probably put Weller Antique in here as well, but honestly, you can't find it for that. But yeah, Weller Antique would have run this one to me for my palate. Hannibal with the $10 super chat. Good evening from California. Been trying to find Eagle Rare 10 out here at MSRP. They're charging $99 in store. I don't think so. It is a great bottle of whiskey, but $99 is a lot for it. Hard to justify. I buy it at 50 or less. But you know, if you just need one, you want to try it, I'm not gonna hate on you for that.
Cody, they're having their first child in September. And looking for a super special bottle. What would you recommend?
GTS is a good one. I like Old Forester birthday bourbon just because the birth of a child. You have birthday bourbon. That one would be really good. And they're similarly priced.
We also had our first child in September.
Long time, many
years ago. But Brewzle-Peerless was born in September, so that was our first child, and he was born in September. September's a good month.
September's a great month to have children. I don't know what happened 9 months before there, but we were both doing it. I didn't mean it like that. Whatever happened, Lord. Four Roses first, and it's available everywhere for a great cost. Rare Breed is great, too. You can only find Eagle Rare in Dallas for marked up prices. And John Lewis, try Van Brunt Stillhouse in New York. I'll have to check that out.
Oh, whoa.
What is it?
B is way less proof than A.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you said that was 80 proof or 90 proof.
This is less. It smells delicious, but this is way less proof.
So you're saying this is not 90 proof?
Maybe not. This is less than that.
Appreciate it,
Biggs.
Biggs.
It's still good, but it's less. It's not as high proof as that.
Yeah, because that one's the highest proof we have on this table.
Is it?
I mean, it's my guess. I could be wrong. I could be completely and totally wrong. Probably
what have you done to me?
You're into proof.
That does not.
The proof queen. I authorized Will today to start designing the Glencairn. We may go ahead and throw a T-shirt together too for the proof queen.
What have you done? You have created a monster.
This is where I make a joke about you already being a monster when we met.
I'm not a monster.
I know it was just it was sitting there. It was sitting there, and I did not swing.
But that has
It's like water now. It's like water, yeah.
What have you done to me?
It's that Frey Ranch you've been sipping on. That Coy Hill. Use the Coy Hill for the proof queen.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it is hard once you get used to proof, and that will affect this blind. Once you get used to proof, everything else is a little simpler. And it's to our disadvantage. Like we don't know what order, but it's to our disadvantage that we probably started with the really high proof one. And on the nose, I said I thought this was Eagle Rare. I thought this was the Rare Breed, and I thought this one was the Knob Creek. And then this, I'm a little iffy. I forget which order I put those in. I want to say Heaven Hill and Four Roses, just on smell. Based on taste, I'm sticking to my predictions for these two so far. So Desert Pine with the new subscriber. Appreciate it.
C is higher than B.
Well, if B is Eagle Rare, which I think it is, it's the lowest proof one, but I don't know. You know, don't be swayed by my prediction so far. Okay. That smells like it has a little more proof to it.
It does. Aw.
It's been a long, long time since I've drank Heaven Hill bottled in bond. That's got a dry oakiness to it. Yeah. And so it's been a while since I've had that. Like I haven't sipped this bottle in quite some time. Maybe a sample on a stream or something. But I don't remember it being that dry. But I'm going to stick to my prediction that that's the Heaven Hill.
Finney missed me in Louisville. I missed you too, Finney.
I wish Jill would have went. It was a lot of fun. She would have enjoyed it.
I know. We've just been doing so much that I just couldn't do it all. Like, we had literally just got back on Saturday. This man flew out on Sunday.
Yeah, drove from Orlando.
I couldn't physically
drove from Orlando on Saturday, flew out on Sunday, and then grabbed Maggie and drug her back.
Yeah.
She went. She
and
drove.
I had something to do on Sunday, so.
Maggie performed extremely well on this trip. I'm very proud of her.
Yeah. If it wouldn't have been for Sunday, I could have probably went, but I had something on Sunday that was very important, so I couldn't fly out on Sunday.
Okay, this is where it starts getting kind of interesting here. I hold to all of my predictions on the sniffer. I think my sniffer was right. I'm thinking this is Rare Breed, this is Eagle Rare, this is Heaven Hill, this is Four Roses, this is Knob Creek. Now we got to sort them. Now we're going to go back through. We're going to drink them back through this way, and then we'll sort them out. You got to get those likes up. You're right, Seth. And if you're not subscribed, please do so. All we do is talk about whiskey. Sometimes we say the right thing. Sometimes we make stuff up. The Ben Holiday, so they were voted on by the Discord. And I think they went with either like fan favorites or by stuff that's more readily available.
That's weird.
What is it? The last one?
I really like the last one.
Mm-hmm. None of these are bad whiskeys.
Oh, no. I will say B is very weak to me.
Okay.
But not bad, but just like...
Just, you want more burn.
I feel like
you need more Kentucky Hug on that one.
I feel like in B that I've put a couple ice cubes in it already, and I haven't. But E is very interesting.
Proof Queen, boy.
E is very interesting.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to start ranking them as I go back through.
Me too. I'm not going to eat any pretzels yet because that'll mess it up, I think. So we just put like one, two, we're just ranking them from 1 to 5, right? We're just...
What you want to do is just move the glasses to the right. This is first. This is last.
Okay.
So just, try them, move them up. You've got letters on all of them, so you can put them in any order you want.
Okay.
But when you're done, on this side of you should be your favorite. And I've written letters on mine in dry erase. I'll get some fancy ones printed up. I need to remember to do this so that y'all can see which ones I have up here.
Yeah. And just like I told Thomas here, I don't know when Fiji water became the cheapest water at the service station, but I'm a fan of it. It's not cheap, but it's cheapest.
It didn't go down. Everything
No,
else
it
just
didn't
got
go
more
down.
expensive.
Everything else went up, but I'm okay with it because I love Fiji water.
Yeah. Gabba, I think Old Forester 1920 should be up there as well. I agree. That one would have held the proof with the Rare Breed. I think it would have stood a chance. So we might, I don't know. I don't know why it didn't make it.
There's some cherry notes on E.
On E? You like those cherry notes?
I smell some cherry notes on E.
This is getting difficult though, because these are both nice whiskeys. And it's really difficult to choose between them because I like them both and they're so different. And again, I think I'm looking at Knob Creek and Four Roses is what I think I'm looking at here. And I'm a Four Roses guy. I'm that guy. I'm the one that talks about how much I like Four Roses. Now, I'm usually going for single barrel strength when I'm drinking, but am I going to put Knob Creek above it? Because I'm not the Knob Creek guy. But that Knob Creek, again, speculating as to what it is, could not be. But I think I might like that Knob Creek tonight. Just a hair better. Like there's just more going on. Now, this is a fresh bottle crack right here. If it is the Knob Creek, the Knob Creek is a fresh bottle crack. The Four Roses has been open for a little while, although it's still fairly full. The Four Roses Small Batch Select is really, really good. Comp and Wade, first time watching. Appreciate you joining. Hit the like button for me if you would.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Knob Creek is the best bean product. You may be right. I do like the Baker's 7, but you might be right. It's some of those Knob Creeks especially. That 120 proof that's the one. No, this is the 100 proof Knob Creek. That one's really nice as well. Like, this is a good whiskey, but it is my least favorite thus far. What I think is the Heaven Hill. None of these are bad. There's nothing I've had here that I wouldn't say was worthy of this blind. So I'm not hating on that at all. And it's probably battling out here with the Four Roses. But I know this bottle's been open for quite some time, so this bottle might be a year or two old, so that definitely could be playing in against it. In that maybe it's if that is what's in this glass, right? I'm just, again, speculating. What do you think? You struggling?
I am, because B, although seeming to be the least proof of the bunch, is still gotta get it's
so
pretty
delicious.
good taste. Like, it's really good.
That's Eagle Rare. Then give me 101 proof.
But it's kind of, I don't know.
It's just kind of bland
Well,
compared
no,
to these proof.
It's not. No, the taste is good. It's just like I watered it down good.
Yeah, a little bland, a little plain, little simple. That is delicious, though. So, yeah, for me with B, like I'm 100% confident that if this is not Eagle Rare, I'm just gonna quit. I'm just gonna quit doing reviews. I'm gonna shut the stream down. I'm just gonna crawl under a bridge somewhere and rot if that's not Eagle Rare.
Let's not do all that, boo.
That's how confident I am. Unless Mimi could have just mislabeled, and then that'd be hilarious. It'd be
Could have.
the funniest thing ever. But that's Eagle Rare. I like the proof on this. There's a lot more fun things going on this Knob Creek, but I'm just not sure. The Eagle Rare is such a good sipping whiskey. It's just at a disadvantage against all the proof. If you came down here and had one pour, just one pour, picked one bottle, poured it, I think this one would be better than the Knob Creek if that was the only thing you would have. And I think it's at a disadvantage because we started with A, and A is the high proofer of the bunch, it seems. So I'm having a hard time ranking. I wish I should just not guess.
Right.
Because I feel like I just set myself up for like all sorts of mental games.
The thing is I know none of these. Like, I could tell you none of these are blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. Have no clue none of it. But I know what I like.
Well, what do you like, Jim?
I like E, and I like A. I like them all. They're all good. They're not. There's none of them that I would just be like, nah, never want to try that again. But E is exceptional. A is exceptional. And that's. I'm gonna go back through them and just make sure I'm right. But
go through them as much
so
as you want.
far, E and A are my. There's something different about those two than the rest of them.
Okay.
But there's none of them bad. Especially for under $50.
Yeah, they're all.
I have seen Brewzle's receipts.
You calling me Brewzle now?
Yeah, I've seen Brewzle's receipts. I've seen Thomas's receipts. Under $50, I'm a fan of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for these? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan of under $50 because I've seen the receipts and
The thing is that most of those receipts, I'm buying bottles for under 100. I'm just buying 7 of them.
Well, still, there's receipts.
You could get this whole lineup for like $350. Tax, tag, and title just about anywhere. $250 if you're in a state that doesn't mark them all up stupidly.
See, that's
If you get them all at MSRP, you might be under $200 for these.
That's hard right there because.
I know. She never uses my middle name.
Jamerson?
Yeah, Brewzle. Brewzle's my middle name. Changing
Thomas
it.
Brewzle Gamble.
Something smooth and sweet. Well, we got Eagle Rare. We got Four Roses. Both of those really good for that. Single barrel. Dealer fees. Mule fees. Wow.
I'm not sure this is my.
Yeah. I'm looking.
You just give me a minute.
You have all the minutes you would like, man. All the minutes you would like.
I'm gonna. You're eating your pretzels.
Sometimes it just resets the palate and I go back to them.
Okay. I won't try that theory. I'm not the person that can't open things. You are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Never mind.
But you seem to be the one struggling right now. John with the 1-month membership. Appreciate it. 5 proofer. Should have a game going on in the background. Copyright violations are tough, man. Costco has a big bottle of Four Roses small batch at $45. So what we're trying today is the single barrel. So a little different. Colton with the $1.99 super chat. Found a Booker's any good, or is it just a fun box? It's intense. Like you got to really want, a more intense, very, from the Bookers I have all been like really, really peanut forward in the flavors. Really interesting. Not something that's for the faint of heart, but I enjoy them. They're delicious and interesting. Really good to just kind of keep around and go to every once in a while, unless you're just really into high proof intense whiskey. Dean with the $19.99 super chat, man, laying the smack down.
Dean.
You guys rock. Hope you have. You guys are going to the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. When is that?
I don't
Somebody
know.
sent that to me. I need to look into that. I need to go. I do need to go. You Googling it? You can Google it later.
What is the Kentucky Bourbon Festival?
It's apparently a bourbon festival that happens in Kentucky.
What?
That's what I heard. Gunslinger with the $1.99 super chat. Have you tried the Rare Breed Rye? I have tried it, but I've not owned one yet. I almost bought it, but I didn't pull. I was looking at it, and I had a couple of other bottles. And believe it or not, even though thanks to this channel, the bourbon budget is pretty healthy, I still have one. I don't really know what it is, but I'm just trying to not overdo it.
Am I 21 years older?
Are we talking about like in actual years or
Yeah.
in looks?
About, years, like actual years.
Yes,
like
yes. You are definitely over 21.
Okay, so it's September 15th through 17th.
September?
Yep.
We'll see if we can make that work. That'd be fun. Kentucky Bourbon is amazing. We need to do a meetup or something there. Is the humidor you're sent? So the humidor is over there. I haven't ordered any of the accessories anybody told me about. I have been collecting cigars. A lot of folks have sent a bunch of cigars that are over there in it. So I've got to accessorize it, play around with it. I've just been gone for like 3 weeks. We filmed that, and then I bolted. So I've got to get back around to it. Hopefully maybe later this week, I'll have some time to get all that stuff ordered. Tominator 49 with 3 proof membership. I think I'm settled on my order here. I'm settled on this evening.
On my 1 and 2.
Okay.
I'm settled on 1 and 2. I'm not settled on the rest of them yet. Hold on.
Fair enough.
But I will say these are close.
John's got a Stag Junior and Rock Hill Farms coming on Wednesday. Or do I have it and you've sent it to me? Because that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping you did that. But if not, congratulations. Those are both exceptional bottles. Just went in, poured some Rare Breed. I need to help her drink. Oh, no, she's going to pass the rest of those to me here in a second, I assure you.
Yeah, I'm not drinking all this, that's for sure.
I did see the barrel-aged Fireball, and I need a bottle of that. I'm going to have to go looking for it. Unfortunately, no, sir. Unfortunately, it's not coming to me. Is that what you're saying? That's fine. Good for you. It's better for you that it's not. I do have both of those bottles, so you keep it. The off-location live was great last week. I appreciate it. I got a little feedback that it was not. That I was being a little bit of a meanie.
I thought he was being a meanie.
What?
Who else thought he was being a meanie? I thought he was being a meanie.
So, in particular, there was one gentleman there
Kyle.
that brought some scotch, and I gave him a really hard time, but we've been joking about that scotch all day. We've been messing around, the context, it just didn't come across like I was being mean, but I was just giving him a hard time because we had been joking about it all day. He's going to convert me to scotch. I told him he wasn't going to be able to. So I might have centered just a little too hard. Dan? Iceman. His name's Iceman.
Iceman,
Yeah.
Dan, I apologize for Thomas. I wasn't there to tap him. I thought he was being mean. I tried to tap him.
You tried to tap me?
Like the internet, but he did not listen to me.
Ron with the $4.99 super chat. I need opinions. I'm a single barrel guy. I want to try Weller for the first time, and should I just get what I can score the single barrel? Honestly, the single barrel's on down the list for me of deliciousness. I prefer 107 full proof, CYPB, and then single barrel. And the single barrel's super expensive. So I would much rather have 5 or 6 107s or 2 full proofs versus a single barrel. Dean with the $1.99 super chat. 55 plus distilleries will be there at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival. Sounds like I need to go. Sounds like a place I need to be. Meanie. Aaron says I was genuine. Scotch sucks, Bob says. Let's see. Oh, the pizza was fantastic. That was actually really good. I forget the name of that pizza place, but that was one of the best pizzas I've ever had. Now, I had drank a lot before we started the stream and during, so I would have probably enjoyed any pizza, but I'm promising you that was a really, really good pizza. Single barrels, just special reserve and 107 mixed. Makes sense. Peerless small batch is pretty good. We might. I forgot to send the email today. I'll send the email tomorrow. We might. It's an if at this point. We might have a Peerless single barrel store pick for Brewzle coming. We might. And when I say that, I mean, I picked one and they said they might let me have it. It's a long story, but I did go there. I did try a bunch of single barrels. I did pick one. And then they're like, I'm not sure I can sell it to you. And I said, well, just call me. Here's my number. So let's see. What are we doing? Doesn't love his Irish. I don't love my Irish whiskeys.
I know what we're doing. I'm
trying to.
I get it.
It's fine. Did the project get finished? Which project? I don't know which project we're talking about there, Jameson.
These are hard.
These are very difficult. Yes. Yes. What is the lineup of barrel picks coming? And I don't have dates on any of them yet, but I bought a 4-grain, the Forgotten 4-grain from Crittenton's. He didn't even know he had it. We just found it in his warehouse. It's one of his early barrels he distilled. Really, really good. We also have a rum finish rye coming from Crittenton's. We're also going to ship a bunch of bottles of like Crittenton's normal release stuff too, so that'll be available for everybody. His bottle and bond that's really, really hard to get. We've got a Clyde Mays bourbon. We've got a Clyde Mays rye coming. We have 3 different bourbons. We got a bourbon from Starlight. We've got a rum agricole finished Starlight. We got another Starlight. I don't know. It's finished in some orange something or another. I don't even know what it is. It tasted like chocolate and orange. It was delicious. I drank a bunch because they were tapping all sorts of barrels, and I just said I would take it. And then I bought a rum. So the first Brewzle rum pick, which is a rum finished in Weller barrels from Starlight. And it's like, I didn't even know it was a rum. I just thought it was like, this is a really sweet whiskey.
So Jameson asked, did my project get finished? And he's talking about the one that we were talking about on y'all's supporter stream.
Oh, that you were, no, she was working on it more today.
I was actually working on it more today. So if anybody doesn't know, I was working on a project because we obviously have children. We have lots of them.
Obviously.
We have 3 of them.
Yep.
And
I'm pregnant right now.
Shut up. No. So we have 3 kids, and we have a lot of stuff from these 3 kids that we have because I save everything. And when I mean I save everything, I save everything that these children have ever done in their entire lives. So I'm in the depths of a project to put that down to like manageable photo albums.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's intense. And no, I'm not finished yet, but I'm working really, really hard on it.
She put them in tents upstairs. Multiple tents.
Yeah.
Michael with the $5 super chat. Appreciate the support. We did not win the lottery at all, the Alabama Quarterly Lottery. Haven't had Palmer's Rye. Maggie is doing fantastic. She did great all the way home from Louisville. We do ship our barrel picks. They will go to patrons first, and then after patrons, they will be sent to the newsletter and Discord at the same time, and then a video will come out about them shortly thereafter. Yes, I got a whiskey baby, little bourbon baby, little bourbon Brewzle baby.
So good.
They're all really good whiskeys. Like, this is splitting hairs. Honestly, any order you put these in is an acceptable order. I don't like George Dickel either. I did get notified the other day from the folks at Spillway that they talked to their distributor and they could get me a George Dickel barrel pick if I wanted one.
That would be the funniest crap
I almost
ever.
want it for the meme. I just, like, I talk so much crap about it, nobody would buy it. So if I could get like 150 people to just guarantee they'll buy a George Dickel barrel pick, I'll do one. It'll be the best George Dickel barrel pick ever, and I still won't like it. It's got to be a 15-year, though. That's what it's got to be.
Wow.
Sour mash 11
so hard. Somebody said, pick a third one, Jill. Pick a third.
I know. Jill's taking her sweet time. This is going to be a 2-hour video right here.
These are hard, people.
These are easy.
real
You got
hard.
these down.
These, for me, are
Okay.
easy.
All right.
But these are hard. Like, I don't...
Squirt just a little bit.
Oh, there's a...
Ryan with the $4.99 super chat. Your content helped to get my fiance into bourbon hunting. She recently scored an E.H. Taylor single barrel
All
pick.
right.
$64. She did fantastic, Ryan. She's better at bourbon hunting than I am already, if she got that deal. Ardbeg 10 year. Yes, I've had it, and no, I do not think it's good to me. Like, I'm a bourbon guy, and anything other than bourbon. So if you get, rums, okay, there's a lot of things like that. But, Irish whiskey, scotches, I'm hoping someday I will develop a palate for them, but there's a lot going on there that I do not like. Can we get a Jill barrel pick? Well, Jill went with us on the first Brewzle pick. So we just want to let Jill pick it? Is that what you're thinking? Like, we just go and, we don't let anybody. Jill's the only one that gets to try. She gets to say what she wants. Because what we want to do is we pick patrons to go with us on these barrel picks. It just so happens that the last few I've been piggybacking with somebody else that had a barrel pick. And so I didn't, it wasn't my trip. But in the future, with some of them we're working on right now, we will bring folks along to help us do those picks. Because it's not about me. It's about sharing the experience and having a lot of fun while we do it. It's just, we want to get barrel picks out. And so I've been anybody says we're doing some barrel picks, they said you could pick one too. I was like, I'll go.
Jeremy said bigger sits, Jill. No. Mm-mm.
Sean with the $4.99 super chat. New Riff single barrel is the second pour of the night after a Sinatra blend to start things off. That's a good start. Take a barrel pick of Dickel, never had them.
I think I'm done. Because these are just splitting hairs, and I did the best I could, people.
Okay, so you think you got it.
I did the best I could.
All right.
They're all pretty darn good.
So I'm going to try to remember. I've got A first. Jill's got E. I've got E second, and you've got A.
Oh, look at us.
I think that is Rare Breed. I think that is Knob Creek. I'm pretty confident that B, which I've got third and you've got fourth, is Eagle Rare. This one I was a little iffy on, but I think, if I remember correctly, that is Four Roses. And that is the Heaven Hill bottle
They're
in
so
bottle.
hard.
But they're all really good.
Yeah.
This one really stands out. It's probably not fair. The Rare Breed stands out not only because it's delicious.
No.
But also because it's got a lot of proof.
E stands out. E and A are very similar, but E stands out to me.
Like, that one's just kind of dusty.
E stands out to
Muted
me
and
a
dusty.
lot.
If that's Rare Breed, if that's Rare Breed, I'm gonna be upset about it because that's got a little proof to it. I'm gonna be upset about it. If that's a Rare Breed, I'm gonna be upset. That's the only one I'm like.
E has a little bit of
I'm
burn
not sure.
that the rest of them don't have.
Well, okay.
E has a little bit of burn that the rest of them don't have.
All right, so hand me the rabbit hole bag over there. Both of us, we both put C last. If that's Rare Breed, that's going to be shocking. A, B. It better not be last. I'm with you, Devin. It better not be last. C. Heaven Hill.
Heaven Hill.
I'm 1 for 1, baby. 1 for 1. Heaven Hill right there in C. I said D was Four Roses. What do you think it is?
I don't know. It's pretty good. I don't know.
Four Roses.
Oh, look at you. You stink.
Four Roses.
You stink.
Now, I have B third. That's Eagle Rare. You've got it next to last. You're going to get a lot of hate in the comments for
Well,
that
I mean, no, I just have it.
you're
They're
gonna
pretty
get a
darn
lot of-
similar. Don't hate me,
You get a
people.
lot of hate in the comments.
Don't hate me
Some
because
folks love some Eagle
I
Rare.
just said all these are darn good. That's all I said.
How right do you think I am? What do you think the odds are that I picked that I'm
Pretty
3
darn
for 3?
right, I'm sure. Gosh.
Eagle Rare. Mr. Kaznarski with the $1.99 super chat. And now we're down to E and A.
Thank you, Dean. No hate for Jill ever.
Nobody ever hates Jill. E is the one that I said was the Knob Creek.
I don't know
and
what
that's
it
what
is,
you've got as your favorite.
but E is good.
E is the Knob Creek.
It is good.
and it means A is the Wild Turkey Rare Breed.
Okay.
And so I picked every one of them off the nose. I was right on every single one of these on the nose. And I get a lot of hate in the comments.
I should feel like
fireworks,
fireworks.
fireworks, fireworks.
Over you.
Sparkles.
Sparkles. Fireworks and boo, Jill. All right, Eric. All right, now I can get
Give
you
me a
booed
crown.
off. Don't you boo Jill now. You can disagree with Jill, but don't boo Jill.
But honestly, like the E is the Knob Creek's pretty easy for me to pick out.
That's just good.
Now, if you just handed it to me randomly, I'm not sure I would say that's a Knob Creek. But like in a context of 5 bourbons, that one is distinctive. The Rare Breed is also distinct, but I drink a lot of Rare Breed, so I recognize that flavor profile.
So E is what?
And it stands out. That's the Knob Creek. That's
E
the
is
square bottle
Knob
down
Creek.
there. B is Eagle Rare. Like honestly, if you just handed me a bottle randomly, there's a good chance I would be able to pick that one up for sure. The real wild card was the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond because I just don't drink a lot. But that one's just kind of dusty and muted, and I'm afraid it might have been oxidized a little bit. Like it may just be a little oxidized. We may have put it at a disadvantage because it tastes like it's a little oxidized, and that. Again, it's just that kind of that plain middle of the road,
tell you
good
what,
for roses.
Out of all of these, this one is the clear winner.
Clear winner.
Clear winner.
Devin gave us the $20 super chat, but he had to hold off till he knew that Rare Breed won. But Rare Breed only won half. It won for me. Jill
for
picked the
him.
Knob Creek.
I mean, you gotta give me Knob Creek's pretty darn good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty darn good.
Beach Sand Bourbon with the $9.99 super chat. What did you enjoy most about your Louisville trip? I enjoyed a lot. We had a great time. We did a Willet Purple Top 10-year store pick with Spillway, which fantastic whiskey. I got invited to the Old Carter tasting room, which was really, really cool. I ended up going with Pinhook to do their 8-year blend, which is just crazy. It's just like just saying yes to stuff. And I kept meeting people, and they kept inviting me to stuff. I kept saying yes. But
does
honestly,
all kinds of fun things without me.
the highlight of it was the Starlight Rickhouse, like the barrel pick at Starlight, because it's kind of like y'all will see. We've got a video coming out. We're waiting till the barrel picks are ready.
Did you video all this stuff
yes,
you went and did?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, not some of it. Not like Willet doesn't want me videoing that.
Willet's my favorite.
Oh, it's so good. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Matt Madness next year. I mean, maybe Big House. So I did pretty good. Matt Madness this year. I think I was second on. I was in one of the early rounds. But I was going against, I think, the guy who had won last year, or somebody that had won before that had done really well. And my palate just did not work that day. I got up and everything tasted like rust. Do you remember me telling you I had Matt Madness? I was like, everything tastes like rust. So I did pretty good. There was just, he gave me, what beat me was he gave me a Calumet 8. And it was awful. And I was like, what is this awful nonsense? And I guessed it was like 3 or 4 years old because it's just not good. And it's an 8-year-old bourbon, and I lost just a ton of points on that one. Or I would have stood a real strong chance.
Do any of Matt Madness make you like choose what it actually is?
Not like I think sometimes he'll be like name the bottle, but I think it's just bonus points. Nobody ever does.
I could never name the bottle.
Yeah, I mean that's not a thing most people could do, honestly, unless it's something you drink a lot. Like if you hand me a Weller Antique 107, if my palate's right, there's a chance. But even then, because you're trying, your mind's going crazy, you're trying to pick up a bunch of stuff. And so sometimes I've had that happen. Somebody just hand me a bottle and I'm like, I mean, this seems familiar, but I'm not picking up my normal notes. Come to Omaha, Nebraska and stop by my shop. Come drop land in Omaha. Might have to do that. I mean, we're going to try to get to every state sooner or later. Dean Michelini? I'm going to go with Michelini. $4.99. Yeah, Knob Creek store pick. Beat Knob Creek 12 in my blind. Rare Breed is good. Kentucky Owl Takumi blend is my current favorite. Jill should definitely get her own pick. We're going to do the Jill pick.
I'm pretty good at it.
Just like an all-female pick. You want to take some females with you, or you just want to do it by yourself?
I would take females with me.
You love females? Is that what you were about to say? Yeah, we're going to do, after this, we're going to do a supporters-only audio chat in
think
Discord.
It should be wives of supporters.
So we're going to do a patron. We're going to bring some patrons.
Patrons' wives.
But they have to bring their significant others.
Me and the patrons' wives.
Okay.
we
Proof
will pick
Queen.
the next
We're gonna
one.
call it the Proof Queen
The
pick.
Proof Queens,
It's
yes.
got to be a barrel strength, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
For sure. Barrel strength Proof Queen pick right there. We'll have to grab some proof. We'll have those Proof Queen
This is
Glengoynes.
so good.
You can't get
It's
enough
like
of that.
cinnamon.
You've never had Knob Creek.
Have I never?
I don't think you've ever had that Knob Creek. Not a 9. You gonna blow your mind?
No, I'm pretty blown. Here.
Kay
Have
Johnson
all
with the
those.
$9.99 super chat. You did pretty damn good with the Matt Madness last year. I was disappointed in it, honestly. If my palate had been a little better, like if I hadn't had those issues, I think I would have stood a chance. I'm not gonna win. Like, I'm not that guy. I don't go through this. I don't have enough experience with it to win with all the random stuff he throws at you. But I think I could have made a good run for sure. What if Seth's like, what if I'm my own significant other?
Well,
You can identify as whatever you want, man, and that gets you in. We can't argue with that. Dragon's Milk Origin Bourbon. I've had the beer aged in bourbon barrels. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't like it as much as the Goose Islands. You want to try another bottle? That I think it's better than that?
not
I got
currently.
2 more.
Well, in the second hour.
Okay. Because we got like 4 or 5 different bottles of Knob Creek. I got a 12 and an 18. I got a 12, a 15, and an 18
So apparently
year.
I need to do a Knob Creek blind.
You want me to?
Not tonight, boo.
I have that bottle, that exact bottle, in 120 proof, Proof Queen.
Are you challenging my...
Discord link seems invalid, so somebody update that Discord link for
Are
me if you
you
would.
challenging my proof queeniness?
You think you could pick? Well, I mean, I don't know. I think we probably do need to do a Knob Creek blind, like the 15, the 18, the 12, and then that 9 as a high proof for sure.
It's your fault that I'm the proof queen.
It's not my fault.
It
man.
is your fault.
I'll take all the
Like,
credit.
literally. Like, people like, oh, do you put ice in it? No, I've never put ice in anything because he never tells me to put ice in it. He just gives it to me straight, and that's what I do.
Jill goes, hangs out with her friends. She takes whiskey. They're drinking wine, and she's like down in Frey Ranch, cash
They
strength.
don't, like, everybody puts ice and stuff. You didn't tell me that.
Tanner Ortiz with the $9.99 super chat snagged a couple of bottles of Belle Meade Reserve today. Have Jill try that. You've had that one for sure.
Oh, I did just have one at David and Leah's that I really liked, and I can't remember. What was it? I told you about it. I called you. I told you about it.
Wasn't it a Woodford?
No, it wasn't a Woodford. It was oh man.
What'd you call? You called and asked me, have you had this? I was like,
Have you had this?
I've
Yeah, I was
had
like, have you
this."
had this? And you said, yeah, I've had this, and
And you don't remember what it is, and I wasn't listening.
wasn't listening.
That was just a joke.
But
Jill.
I had it at David and Leah's, and it was really
Okay.
good. Thank you, David and Leah.
Knob Creek 120 proof is amazing. Yes. I've got some Angel's Envy Desert Pine. It's pretty good. Love ice. Nothing wrong with ice in your whiskey. I don't
Nothing wrong
typically
with it,
put
no.
ice in my whiskey. I feel like it just brings out a lot of harshness, and I can't pick up all the subtlety. I will occasionally drop just a little bit of water in there if I want to, experience it a little differently. But I don't usually use ice. But nothing wrong with that, man. Drink it however you want to.
I'm
You
just
mix
saying,
it with Coke.
He's never gave it to me that way, so I've never had it that way unless.
Jill drinks it how I hand it to
Yeah.
her, and I'm usually pouring it straight.
So.
John Emerald, any good double oaked? Should just skip that question. I love John Emerald. I love what they're doing. I think their bourbon they're working on is going to be fantastic. But the bourbon, the one they're distilling is still like 6 months old or so at most right now. So it's going to be a while before they have a good bourbon. Now, the one they've got now, that one that's out, is something that they sourced and then they extra aged it and put it out. It is not to my liking. Peerless Double Oak's pretty good stuff. Woodford Double Oak's fantastic. 1910 Old Forester's pretty good. XR Crown. I think I had one XR Crown that was really good, but I don't have a bottle to go back to. The Knob Creek 9 single barrel's pretty good too. Yeah, for sure.
Is that what that is?
No, that's just their normal. I don't think that's a single barrel. That's just their normal Knob Creek 9.
That's pretty darn good.
I have tried a Dread River out of Birmingham. Again, another one that's kind of rapidly aging stuff, small barrels. I'm not saying the whiskey's not good, but they're going to have to put it in 53-gallon barrels and wait 4 or 5 years for me to like it. Gray box on sale, too much. Oh, some of that barrel stuff, you have like the dovetail and the seagrass and those types of things. Some of those are really expensive. So some of that barrel stuff is worth $150, but I don't know which one you're talking about. So I couldn't tell you. And honestly, it's hard for me to tell then, because I think even with some of those like dovetail and seagrass, there's like 2 or 3 different versions that are older and higher proof, and like I can't keep up with it. But barrel makes good stuff. Evan Williams Bottle and Bond's fantastic. Witch Knob Creek. Grab the bottle over there, Jill. Bring it out for everybody to see. This is, you're going to, spin it around to them. That was Jill's winner. My winner's right there. Slide that one over. This was my winner, Rare Breed. Couldn't see what it was in the box. Yeah.
Mine's better.
Lexington, Kentucky. I was
But
just
just
in
by a
Lexington,
little
but I didn't go liquor store. I didn't go hunting, bourbon hunting in Lexington. But let me know next time I'm up that way. Is Knob Creek Barrel Pick worth almost twice a regular Knob Creek 9? I would not think so. I wouldn't think so. Just because it's going to be similar. It's going to be a little different, but not like twice as good. Knob Creek 12 year. What's your review? I'll have to do a review on it. I like Knob Creek 12 a lot, though. I like it better than I remember this 9, but it's been a long time since I've had that 9, and it is hitting delicious tonight.
So good.
That is the surprise of this to me, is how well that Knob Creek 9 did. Come hang with us in Lexington next time. I'll have to do that. I wasn't planning on going to Lexington, but I was in Louisville, and then the guys from Pinhook invited me to go to their blending, and they did it in not exactly Lexington, but just outside of Lexington, so I was over there for that. Yeah, we did visit. I visited Starlight last week. Oh, it's fantastic. Like, the food was great. They have a whole winery and a whole farm. Like, they give us a tour of the whole farm. Like, they've got an operation. It's
Starlight
crazy.
does?
Yeah, I mean, they took us into the strawberry fields, and we were picking strawberries right off the vine, and they have corn and, vineyards and wineries and all sorts of weird things. You had a chance to go, and you said no.
No, I did not.
There was literally a seat at every one of those tastings for you.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep, there was. The Pinhook was good. I have not been the biggest supporter of Pinhook, but honestly, the only Pinhook I'd ever had was like their cheap version, their cheap bottle. And for the price, it's probably pretty good. Like, it's probably right. It's well priced. It's a good, affordable bourbon. And, folks who don't put out a ton of whiskey, like small release bourbon, it's hard to get at that price point. So no hate, but I just hadn't tried any of their high-end stuff. And so they let me try a couple of bottles they had on the shelf. I do not remember what they were, but they were freaking exceptional. That 8-year blend turned out really good. We will see once they do it in a big batch, right? It's 120 barrels they were blending. We'll see, if that scales, because, oftentimes, like, they're mixing very precise, and then what comes out of the barrels is not very precise. So it may be slightly different, but I really liked it. What is it?
Imagine you skipping through a strawberry field.
That would be funny. I wasn't skipping. I was trying not to step on all the strawberries and squash half the crop. That's what I was trying to do. The Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond was my least favorite out of this lineup we had tonight. I still think it's really good. I think mine may be a little oxidized. So I actually may film this tomorrow when Will comes, because I think this bottle's oxidized, but I got a brand new one in the back.
Oh.
So I may pop a brand new one and try it against that one and see if they're significantly different. Now, they're different years, so there's going to be some differences, but I want to see. That one feels a little oxidized to me.
Speaking of Brewzle-Will, he's in there now.
Brewzle-Will in the house.
Has anyone had Crown Royal Rye?
He did buy me a Crown Royal Rye tonight. He texted me on that.
What is that?
It's a rye whiskey made by Crown Royal. It's Canadian rye.
Okay.
The Green River. So the Green River bourbon is not my jam. Didn't care anything for it. The Green River wheated is actually pretty good. I think it needs higher proof and maybe a little more age. So I think if they age it for another year or two and then give me a barrel strength, it's going to be really good. I need to look up who sent that. I forget who sent it.
So, I do not know who sent this, but I'm going to mention it because It was so sweet.
It was sent like a month ago.
And so special. Someone sent me the Kentucky Starbucks mug. And
even though you told people not to.
well, no, I don't care if I've been there and I couldn't get it and someone sends it to me. I don't mind that. That's super sweet. And thank you so much. I'm not sure who did it because he doesn't remember who.
No, I just got to look it up. I get 800 messages and there's mail coming
there's a
every
lot,
day,
yeah.
right? So
But thank you. If you know who you are, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. It's awesome. It's going in my collection now. I had to mention it before I put it up on my shelf and could use it. But thank you so much. So
you know what's
sweet.
going to make you maybe a little more mad at me?
What?
Starbucks in the hotel I was at had 1,000 of those. They were all over the place. There's a
Kentucky
Starbucks in the
ones?
hotel. Yeah, there's Starbucks in the hotel. They had a ton of them. So if we'd have just stayed there last time we went.
And we looked all over
Yep.
Kentucky.
I
We went to like
Yeah.
7 Starbucks.
I would probably still take the Weller Special Reserve over the Green River Wheated at this stage, but give it a little more age, and that's going to be an actual battle. Like, it could be a battle. It would probably be a closer battle than you think, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Green River Wheated won some of the times. I haven't had the Nelson's Brothers, so I like the Bell Mead. I like the Bell Mead Reserve. I don't like just normal Bell Mead, but the Reserve was actually really good, and Bob Glass is 100% right in that the Ben Holiday soft red wheat bottled in bond is fantastic. And I want to share all these with you, but Jill's like, this is enough whiskey.
Yeah. Jill's, you know, she's had enough, and this is her last one.
Who are you missing from your list of Starbucks mugs? You got to start
I'm not sure. I was actually
You want
thinking
to source
about.
them all?
I was thinking about that today, and I need to organize them. I don't know. I will update you guys further on that. But I only want places that I have already been that I couldn't get them, right?
Yeah.
So I will have to look at that because I have a lot of them, but I don't have all of them. Absolutely not. No. So.
Favorite
I will look.
Blantons. Straight from the barrel. Favorite Blantons right there.
Blantons.
Favorite straight. Yeah, I do have 2 Japanese edition Blantons coming though.
Japanese.
Yes, they have 2 that they only released to the Japanese market, and I have the black and the red version coming.
Wow.
Yes,
Look at you.
straight from Japan. Not straight. I'm sure they came from Japan at some point, but yeah, the Bell Mead Reserve's not being produced anymore. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's MGP. If memory serves me correctly, it's just 108.3 proof MGP, but it's good, and there's tons of it out there. I got a Nevada or Las Vegas. Did you get Nevada or Las Vegas Starbucks mugs, Jill?
I am.
She's gonna have to check. She don't.
Yeah. Pretty sure I have a Las Vegas one, though. I'm not sure. Because we've been to Las Vegas like 75,000 million times. So I think pretty sure I have a Las Vegas one.
I would say some of those Larceny barrel proofs may be the best non-Buffalo Trace Weeder I've had. Although it might actually be some of the old Fitz decanter stuff. Like the 13-year, that is so good. But some of those Larceny barrel proofs are fantastic. The Rebel 10 is good. It's just been a while. I'd have to go back to that. Coming up to Massachusetts anytime soon, Jill.
We've never been to Massachusetts. Have we?
I have not. No, we've.
No.
No, I mean, we've been to Boston.
Oh!
That's in Massachusetts.
Yes.
For some reason or another, I read that, and I was
forget.
thinking Maine for some reason.
Yes.
Best for last for everybody. Somebody let Baja know that he's behind, way behind.
I
They're
would
way
come to
behind.
Boston any day of the week. I love Boston. It's awesome.
So I had a sample of Southern Star today, and it's
Y'all
actually really
been to
good.
Boston before.
Yeah, I know. Several
Yeah.
times.
Absolutely, yes.
But Southern Star is actually really good. I need to get a Southern Star. I need to get a bottle of that for sure. Robert's going to be in Troy on the 24th.
Troy.
I'm
Oh,
assuming
we'll
for
be
the
at the
drop.
beach.
Oh, we're gonna miss the drop on the 24th.
If the drop's 24th, boo, you missing it.
I might go to Orange Beach then. Check it out.
You better
Yeah, Gulf Shore, somewhere down there. More Nebraskans in the chat. We got a Nebraska takeover. Have I ever thought of hosting a Bourbon Trail tour? Keith, that's an interesting idea. I have not considered this. Could I be like the guy on TV that's like, we set up these tours of Italy? Have you seen that guy? I don't know.
Well, I think a lot of people are doing tours and stuff now.
So we just like set up and just buy my. Can we like find somebody that does that, and then we just like They set up all the logistics, and then I just give the tour. Even though I don't know anything about the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, I'll be happy to not know anything about it along with y'all. So probably not good for me to host a tour. Probably better for me to tour along with y'all and maybe provide comedy relief of me not knowing anything about the tour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
Probably better. Greetings from Amsterdam. We had a blast in Amsterdam
Love
when we were there.
Amsterdam.
So we were
there.
I hosted a conference there, a work thing,
Gosh.
2018, I think it was. I think it was 2018. So we, flew over to Amsterdam and stayed there a day, and then we went to Utrecht. And up to Zandvoort.
It was
and
so
did the,
awesome.
the whole thing. I'm butchering the pronunciation,
but we
had a lot of fun while we were there.
We loved it there.
Where'd I hide that Leaper's fork? It's behind me somewhere. I'm sure I could. Bob's in on the tour. Apparently we can sell out the tour, even though I don't. I'd be like, look, this is bourbon right here. Here are barrels. This is Buffalo Trace.
I think it's more just about hanging out with you, maybe.
And we just go place to place and do things.
Yeah, we just go and we do things.
As long as y'all are down with that, and y'all don't expect me to be an expert in any way, shape, form, or fashion, that's a good time.
We just go tour these places together, and we don't have to be experts at anything because we're not.
We are not. We are not.
But
I'm the least helpful.
But we like good food, and we like good bourbon, and we like good people.
Yes. Check on all of those.
No weirdo people. We like good people, and good bourbon and good food.
Oregon's in the house. Heaven's Heel doesn't ship to Canada. That sucks. Vintage bourbon stores in Covington, Kentucky. Just across from Cincinnati. I wished I'd have known. I passed through there the other day. I did try the ASW Fiddler's Georgia Heartwood. Not my thing. So, y'all got to understand. This is what I like, okay? I'm gonna give y'all a good definition so you understand my palate. This is what I like. Bourbon. I like bourbon.
Okay.
Finished bourbon's a little, some of them good, some of them a little iffy. But if it's finished in wood, it's very rare that I'm gonna love it. It's just like, I think they just screw it up.
I have to correct something.
Okay.
We don't mind weird people.
Oh, we're weird people.
We mind dangerous people.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I was
Scary
trying
people.
I was trying to go with scary, dangerous.
No, creepy people.
Yeah. We're
weird
okay
people
with
are welcome.
weird.
Yeah,
we're weird. So weird is good. Scary, dangerous, no.
Joseph's going to be in Dothan, pick number 42 or 21. Excuse me. I can't read. I looked over here.
He said on the 24th.
I looked at this and then I went back and there was some numbers over here that had 42 and I screwed it up.
But on the 24th, we're taking a break.
Yeah, we're going to take a little break, so we won't be streaming whatever that is that next Monday.
Yeah.
We won't be streaming
unless you want to from the beach.
Unless I want to. She's like, take a break unless you don't want to take a break. I'm trying, Devin. I'm trying to expand those tastes. I'm getting like I do finished whiskeys. I found a lot of them I like. Even double oaks. I found some I like. So I'm getting there, but it's just like there's so many that I just find bitter and they overwhelm the flavors and they kill all the things I like about it. And I'm not knocking ASW or Fiddler or any of that, but I want to say that was one of the ones that was double oaked or something, wasn't it? Stream the Beach. They want me stream
the Beach.
Well, so that's a good call out right there, Bob Glass. Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend, all finished whiskeys. Love that bottle. That's a fantastic bottle. So there are finished whiskeys that I like. It's just not all of them, right? Not all of them. Jack Daniels Barrel Proof, so good, Kenny. That's a fantastic bottle. Pay $200 for a Weller 107. Oh my God. Yeah, that's painful, man. That's painful. At 110, it's not terrible. I try to buy it at 100. I have not had the new Booker's. I bought it, but I bought it for somebody else, so I haven't tried it yet. I'm from Memphis. I've got a guy hitting me up that's like over one of the Memphis bourbon groups that's been asking me to come up and do some stuff, but I haven't done it yet. Haven't made it up there yet.
We should go back and see Elvis.
Blue Note, and I love it. Any other around that price that are good? I mean, there's lots of things around that price that are good. All of these are that price or cheaper that we just went through. What'd you say?
I said we can go visit Elvis's house.
We've done that.
I know, but we can go
back. I don't think Elvis has done any redecorating since we were there,
It
Jill.
doesn't matter. We can go back.
I kind of saw it. I was like, this looks like 1972.
It was awesome.
It was wonderful. Not something I want to do again, but it was wonderful. Did try the Watershed. Don't remember it. Did try it. So we hang out on the 24th. As in, John Price, you coming down, John? I mean, you come down, hang out if you want to. I don't think we have a room for you, but we can get together. You sleep in the car.
We all roomed out.
Yeah, lots of folks. I don't usually enjoy brandy. Like, just I don't know if I like brandy because I haven't drank a lot of brandy. It's not, not hating on brandy. I just don't know a whole lot about it. The little bit I've had, I did enjoy though. Jura PX Sherry Finish Scotch called Jura the Road. The only scotches I've liked so far have been sherry finished. Pick me a Penelope Rio. I'll keep an eye out. I haven't found one yet either. Talk about to finish in the stream with a sip of Coy Hill, Gunslinger says. Elvis is dead? What? I haven't heard.
Aw. That makes me very sad. I love Elvis.
Michigan trip. I'll be up in August for the Bourbon Junkies Pours in the Park. But I fly up on Friday, probably do some bourbon hunting Friday night, fly back Sunday. Their thing's Saturday. What's up, Dusty Chugs? You're not coming, and then she'll be mad at me because I did fun stuff.
Well, you always pick times when I can't come. I can't come to that.
You always pick times when I'm going to do something fun to do something else.
Well, I have
feel
an
like it's not me.
obligation.
I know. I understand. Brandy is a fine girl.
I have to do it.
Watershed pick. We need to do... We're going to do more picks. We're talking to a lot of folks right now. I did hear of the new Daniel Weller dropping for $4.99, but you will not see this guy buying one.
A Daniel Weller for $4.99?
It's $499 MSRP.
Oh, $490.
It's $500 MSRP, which means secondary is going to be like $2,000 for this thing. Fair price for a Stag Junior, couple of $100 tops. Does Brewzle completely fund the bourbon budget? At this point, yes. Now, full disclosure, I'm transparent as I could be. Brewzle is not a for-profit enterprise at this juncture. I would love for it to be at some point, but we do have Will that spends a lot of time on it. We've got editors. We're going on trips. We're trying to bring content to y'all. We're buying a lot of whiskey, so we are not making it. I lose money almost every month. I think last month was probably the first month it was kind of break even. This month probably won't make break even. It might be a little light if I, include all of the people that are working on the channel. Now, what helps is that my business, I own a small e-commerce agency, and some of those costs are shifted to that business, right? Like I'm able to, pay Will through that and things like that help. And they do some like Shred that does a lot of our producing, and Will do a lot of work for that one as well. And that kind of offsets some of the costs. But we would love to spend more time on this. So hopefully we continue to grow it and we make that work. But it at least funds the bourbon, which is what has allowed us to do the bourbon hunting stuff and buy all those really expensive bottles. But I still can't go spend $500 on a bottle of whiskey because we would never make that back. Jeremy just signed up for Patreon. Anything I need to do to ensure I have access to picks? Just be on the Patreon. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to tier it based on the patron tier that you're on. But right now, there are a few barrels, like some of the finished barrels from Starlight, might not make. We might have more patrons than bottles for those because those are half barrels. But all of our normal barrel picks, we've got more than enough of those for every patron to have access to at least one of them right now. But that could change in the future. What is it?
If you're light on cash, I hear there's no penalty for breaking into Atlanta hotel rooms.
Apparently.
There's absolutely no penalty. And, by the way, the hotel was supposed to call us and be like, I don't know if they were supposed to apologize for the situation, but they never called us. And I even called them back.
Did they call Shane?
No, they never called. Yeah, I know, but they never called any of us. And I even called and said, hey, your manager guy never called me. And they're like, oh, yeah, he's going to call you today. He never called me. So Marriott and Midtown Atlanta, sorry, you're not doing your job.
Yeah. Big Hoss, we were just talking about that in Rio. I haven't found one yet. Haven't tried Silas Jones. What's up, Crypto? Hot Atlanta, exactly. I'm going to try something else. What are we trying?
Hot Atlanta for sure. It was scary Atlanta. It was scary hot Atlanta. Thank goodness, though, that it was just TJ that went up to the room and not our girls or anybody else.
Oh, y'all would have been scared to death.
I would have literally, if I'd have turned the corner and saw the guy that was supposed to be contained, I would have lost my mind. I would have been so scared.
This is probably one of the next barrel picks I'm going to try to do. I have had some conversations, even though I said that in the last video. I've had some conversations with them and the short barrel stuff, but I'm probably going to do a pick of that here pretty soon. This Watershed, let's go back to this Watershed right here. I went back to this Rocktown. I didn't love this Rocktown at first. I went back to it the other night. I'm kind of digging some of what's going on there. Now, this is a single barrel, so I'm hoping it's a little off profile and that their normal stuff is even better than this. So let's go back to that Watershed there real quick. Pour more, Jill.
I'm okay.
When you're ready for another one, I want you to try one of those Knob Creeks, maybe the higher proof version of that, and see what you think.
Maybe at the very end. Well, it's only $9.15.
It's only $9.15.
Yeah, we got it.
What is the best bourbon for under 100? We're getting to that. So next week, for those that are just getting here, the next week we will do the best bourbons under $75. We'll be taking votes over the weekend, through the week, over the weekend in Discord, and then we'll grab those bottles and we'll give them a try. $100 is tough because honestly, this rare breed right here bats with anything $100 or less. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that one doesn't win the next blind. I'd be shocked.
Oh, so do we take the winner of this one and go to the next one?
We could. Like, it just depends on what Discord votes.
But the winner was different from us. Like,
it was.
I picked this one. You picked.
Did. The Discord will decide.
Okay.
We'll try theirs. Watershed's in Columbus, Ohio.
Patrick, I'll do one more pour, but it'll be a little bit later. I'm still working on this.
Like,
I'm sorry. I'm a lightweight. I don't pour a lot.
There's a lot of good things going on with that pour. It's got a lot of like plum and date forward, kind of dark fruitiness.
That sounds like something I like. What is that?
This is Watershed, but
Watershed.
it also has a little too much oak tannins in it.
Yeah, it smells
This
very
one is finished
oaky.
in apple brandy. That's probably why I'm getting that fruitiness. But it's just got a little too much oakiness. And I don't remember if this uses small barrels. I don't think this is double oaked in any way. But it's just, the oak tannins are just a little too much for me wanting more of it. Other than that, I love what they've got going on. But it's just like, I feel like it's either getting a lot of heat or they're using small barrels or something. But I could be wrong about that. I'm just guessing. And I'm wrong a lot.
Look at Henry.
What did Henry
noticing my hair being done. Thank you, Henry.
Henry, quit sucking up,
Thank
okay?
you very much.
Where's Henry at?
Yes,
Where's
I
Henry?
did get my hair done
I'm
by my favorite gal, Leah.
We're going to have to block Henry.
She does an amazing job. I drive all the way to Fort Walton Beach, Florida to get it done.
Y'all ban Henry for the hateful
And
comment.
she does an amazing
Don't
job.
really.
And yes, thank you. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you, Henry. I didn't
Thank
notice,
you,
but
Henry.
thank you, Henry.
I haven't washed it since I went though because I'm supposed to let it cause I could literally go a week without washing my hair. I don't get like oily hair, so I'm trying to let it go as long as I can.
That Glencairn's got a little chip in the rim.
Before I wash it.
Yep. She only washes it every time she takes a bath. Once a month.
Oh my gosh, no! I don't wash my hair every time I take a bath.
Knob Creek 9 just doesn't have enough flavor, dude. It had a ton of flavor tonight. Honestly, it had more flavor than the Four Roses single barrel tonight. Like these bottles we have, it had. Now that's 100 proof. I don't know if they have a lesser one, but that 100 proof one had a ton of. Four Roses single barrel to me way overrated. I like the Elijah Craig in this price range. Elijah Craig was on the list, I think, but Discord voted these 5 up to the top. So.
Okay.
Henry is making me look bad
Yeah,
there.
Henry is making you look bad.
I know.
But I just noticed a name. Okay. John David, is that you, JD? Like, hello. Hey, Renee. Hey, JD. That's Renee Clark. Well, not Clark.
That's
anymore.
Renee Clark's name's now
It's
John
Ledbetter.
David.
No, it's Ledbetter.
Okay.
Hello,
All right.
if that's y'all. I don't know if that's you.
My shirt
but
looks nice. It's a little wrinkly.
maybe that
been bending
may
over a
be
whole
them.
bunch.
I'm not sure if that's them or not. But John David, definitely I know that name. So if that is you guys, hello.
All right, just based on y'all's recommendations, I will keep trying Watershed stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll find one we like. Like sometimes there's some that are great, some that are not. I'll keep trying stuff because I like a lot. Like there's nothing here that's just bad. There's just nothing, that bitter tannins I get on this bottle just make me not want to do more of that. So, thoughts on Blood Oath? Depends on the packs. They're good. I don't, like, for the price, they're not something I buy a whole bunch of. Knob Creek 120. Yes, I agree that the 120 is where it's at. So, Safari says the address is invalid on the Discord. Could somebody please get a fresh link on the Discord and get that updated in here, please? And Will, if you're still here, I don't know if Streamlabs has got an old link and it's expired, but we need to get that updated if possible. Headed to Myrtle Beach. I don't know any liquor stores in Myrtle Beach.
Have you ever been to
There
Myrtle
is, I mean, I think I went when I was a kid. It's in South Carolina.
South Carolina. We went to
There is one on
somewhere in South
TikTok.
Carolina.
What's the one on TikTok? There's one that has a TikTok that is in South Carolina we stopped at, and I can't remember their name right off the top of my head. Pickled eggs and bourbon? No.
Yeah.
No, not if you want to taste either of those things.
No, thank you.
Southern Spirits.
No.
There you go. Southern Spirits right there, Adam. Thank you. I was thinking Southern something, but I couldn't remember.
Bourbon, yes.
They actually
eggs,
have,
no.
like, I bought quite a few nice bottles from them when we stopped. So if that's on your path, look at Southern Spirits. If that's on your path, definitely stop there. And they do some fun stuff. They invited me to a dodgeball tournament to try to win a bottle of Pappy's. That would have been hilarious. Because my knee,
You at a dodgeball tournament?
like I would have been out really, really quick. I am a big target, and I do not move fast these days. And at that point, my knee was really hurting from playing basketball.
Yeah, no.
So it would have been a disaster, but it'd have been hilarious because I go all out. When I go all out. I wouldn't have done well. I'd probably hurt myself.
Yeah.
Would have been hilarious, but I was committed to the Derby. We had to do the Derby at that point. Wish I could still find rare breed under $50. I think it's still under 50 here, although I haven't bought a bottle in a little while. Could have changed. So
It is John, David, and Renee.
I see
y'all
that.
cracking me and Renee up. Well,
at my bourbon club,
I'm glad we're able to bring y'all some humor.
Third place.
We love y'all. Next time y'all are in town, you'll have to come over to the bar.
Yeah,
to
come
this.
over to the bar. Second place was Blue Note Juke Joint. First place was Woodford Reserve Weeded. I probably would not have agreed with those results, although the Blue Note Juke Joint is good. All of those are good. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that ranking. The Weeded Woodford I have is just a little simple. What are we whispering about?
She wants to have her device in her room, but I told her for now, only if her room is open. Her
Okay.
door's open.
We were in Branson. I went up to Springfield just to do some bourbon hunting, but yeah, I enjoyed the area a whole bunch. It was fun. I have not heard back from Frey Ranch, but I did meet somebody today that may have a hookup that may be able to introduce me so I can get past the people who answer the website email, so I might actually can get a reply. We'll see. I might have an in. We'll see. I'm still
what?
waiting. Frey Ranch.
An end
Yes.
of Frey Ranch.
So it's $50 in Ohio, $53 in Lexington. Everything just keeps going up. I've got empty space for more bottles. No, if I've got empty space, it's just because it's on the bar here somewhere. Yeah, I don't know if y'all see. This is like 4 bottles deep back here on the bottom of this. I'm trying to build a whole nother bar in there, but my cabinet guy, the guy who built this for me, Greg, what's going on, man? Come
Where
on,
you
man.
at, Greg?
You know.
We got projects, Greg. We got projects.
Fist Zero with the 1999 super chat. Appreciate the support. Hi guys, I'm a new subscriber and have been enjoying all of your bourbon adventures. I noticed you made your way out to Disneyland a while ago. Did you have a chance to try some California distilled whiskeys?
See, Disneyland. People are recognizing our Disney
Yeah,
trips.
but nobody watched it. They recognized.
not
He saw
true.
the thumbnail. He's like, I'm not clicking this crap.
People watch our Disney.
I
And
just
I
noticed the
told
super
you
chats are not showing
that
up.
we should have done the polite pig, and you didn't do that.
Okay, you're right.
So guess what that means?
Means we just lost that opportunity.
Go back and do it again.
Lost that opportunity.
Gotta go back and do it again.
13th Colonies is good. I'm trying to get a pick. I emailed them. They were supposed to, like maybe June we could do a pick. I emailed them last week. Haven't heard back from them, so don't know. What?
They're waiting on you to go to Disney World.
Is that what it, don't, quit trying to sell the Disney stuff, Jill. I'm going broke. All my money's going to Mickey
You were
Mouse.
just at Mickey Mouse, and you could have done it without me, and you just didn't do it.
The Disneyland trip episode was actually, Kyle, come on, man.
Thank you, Kyle.
Kyle Weipert is, like, I'm going to have to start banning people that say nice
See?
things to Jill.
Thank you. Disney
Eagle Rare wasn't
Land
Eagle Rare.
was fun.
It was the Eagle Rareless.
And we were just at Disney World, and him and Brewzle Will could have went and done the whole episode at the place I told him to go do it. But did they do that? Nope.
Nope. I haven't tried any Old Settler. Mason's asking, do we ever plan on any bourbon giveaways?
Disneyland was funny.
Yes. We are talking. So the thing is we have to do things legal, right? So
Yes.
I have to make sure it's all legal. We have been talking. I've asked for a list of allocated bottles that I might be able to acquire from our retailer that ships out our barrel picks. He has not emailed me back yet. I will follow up with him on that, but we are planning on maybe starting to do some giveaways for, if you buy merch, if you buy a barrel pick, if you're in Discord, if you're a patron, like everything gets you points. And then, the more things you do with us, the more you help us, the more those points accrue, and you get barrels from our bottles from that. And then nice things to Jill. Matt, ADHD Whiskey is in the chat here.
Nice things to Jill. Exactly.
So we're talking about some different giveaways and stuff, but we just got to make sure we're above board and with the law and all of it.
Tim, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, boo. No.
Tim's right. Tim is a wise man.
Tim is not a wise man. I mean, you may be a wise man. I'm not saying you're not a wise man, but like,
She's backtracking. You're very wise.
I'm
Tim.
not trying to be like
Total waste
ugly,
of money.
But Disney is not a waste of money.
Everyone's like, ADHD Whiskey's banned. Can't say nice things to Jill.
ADHD Whiskey is not banned. Matt is welcome here anytime. Thank you. Always say nice things to Jill.
Since you have Maggie, is there another girl you wished you owned as well? I just wish the one I own here was obedient. I paid for her, I got the title, paperwork. She don't listen.
I listen.
She listens.
I do listen.
And she blazes right on through that advice.
Obedient wife. Say I'm not.
I'm not saying anything. Next question. As far as cars go, yes, I would really want a Grand National. A Buick Grand National. I really want T-top Buick
Wait a
Grand
minute.
National.
I have to apologize. Sorry, Tim, if I was a little, but I love Disney. Like, you just don't, like, I love.
He's got a winky
Okay.
face there,
All right,
Jill. Jill's had to backtrack. She feels like somebody mad at her now.
Don't be mad at me.
She's
I just love Disney. Disney's it's my jam. It's my place. I love Disney. Sorry, I wasn't trying to be ugly to you.
Did we try a Hawaiian whiskey the other day? Is that what it was? Somebody gave us a Hawaiian whiskey. So I may have been in Louisville. Somebody let me try a Hawaiian whiskey.
No,
I can't remember what it was, but it was good, and it sounds familiar.
I just don't think I should try a Hawaiian whiskey until I'm there.
Okay, you're right. You should never try Hawaiian whiskey.
I should wait till I'm in Hawaii.
So no van. Yeah, bye. At some point, we'll probably do a van. Some point. I looked at a lot of vans.
We tried the van.
The problem is I want an older van, and like they just all need, even the ones in really good shape. All the weather stripping's dried out. Like they're just, those conversion vans are not. You really got to buy a new one, and I'm just not ready.
Yeah, the van we looked at, it was nice. It was really.
Yeah, it was like a 90 model, 93
we like
model.
Old things that you can redo. We really do.
But I don't
That's
have time
our house.
to redo at this point.
Our house is an old house that we've redone. All our houses have been old houses we've redone.
Well, we like things nicer than we can afford. We buy them and work on them until we're tired of them, and then we just live in construction sites for 3 or 4 years, and then we finish them right before we sell them. Chase, what's your day job before Brewzle? I mean, it still is my day job. I'm in e-commerce. We build websites that sell things. If anybody here happens to be in control of or need an e-commerce website, hit me up because I need Buick Grand National money. One of my unicorns. Lamborghini. I couldn't fit in a Lamborghini. I would like a nice orange C8 Corvette though, John Price. If you just happen to know somebody that's selling one cheap.
Yeah, John Price.
John has a very nice orange C8 Corvette and a mediocre blue one. Yes. I didn't make that. I think that's the name from Chevrolet is mediocre blue.
Yes, John David. If they made bourbon at Disney, they would probably make a killing at Disney for making bourbon.
If they made a bourbon,
yes, that would be.
Woodford cask strength would be fun. I need that. And of course, I'm just giving you a hard time, John. The blue one's nice as well. It's just orange is my color. Unicorn bourbon. I don't really have any unicorn. I'm just happy with what I find, man. I'm just meandering through life, enjoying the things that come into my being here. So, I mean, there's some, yeah, sure. Would I love a Eagle double rare? Yeah, absolutely. Am I going to pay 10 grand for one? No, it's not going to happen. And if I had it, I would sell it and buy a Buick Grand National. At least a nice down payment for one. You know, there are bourbons I would love to come across, but there's nothing I'm really hunting.
Do we prefer Florida Disney or California Disney? Well,
that's tough.
I will say, yeah, it is tough because we've mostly just been to Florida Disney. We've been to Florida Disney a lot of times. We've only been to California Disney one time and only one park. So.
Well, California Disney's only one park.
No, there's two. It's California Adventure and Disney. So, like, we could go back to California Disney and experience a lot more things than we haven't. So
I like the California one.
Back.
It's like Magic Kingdom, but at like 66% scale.
Right. It's
a lot less walking.
A lot less walking and a lot less. But we really liked it. I liked it a lot, but we need to go back and explore it some more.
For sure.
Oh, Euro Disney. Okay.
Euro Disney.
Now they're talking about yes.
Eurovision Song Contest.
Yeah, we should go all the Disneys. All the Disney.
How did this turn into a Disney podcast? Like, we probably, I guarantee our viewers are just bailing at this point.
No, they're not.
Guarantee you they're bailing.
If they're bailing.
You're just skipping all the bourbon questions for Disney comments at this point.
I'm answering the Disney, you answer the bourbon.
Yes, the Eurovision Song Contest. That's what we're going to. You don't even know that. You don't know that reference, do you?
No.
Mickey Mouse Channel.
I don't know.
Howdy ho. Disney is a joke, Scott says.
Scott.
EW Square 6, don't know anything about that. Missed a tasting. How about a recap? The recap was Jill loved the Knob Creek 9. That won in her eyes. For me, it was the rare breed. I had the Knob Creek 9 second. She had the rare breed second. After that, I had Eagle Rare third. She had the
EA.
Four Roses third, and then Eagle Rare next. I had the Four Roses, and then we both had the Heaven Hill bottle and bond. But I think that bottle might be oxidized. We're going to have to try that against a fresh bottle. The Rio Mac 25 with the $9.99 Super Chat. Old Granddad bottle and bond was surprisingly good. Thoughts? I liked it's a good bottle of whiskey. I just think it's all kind of one note. That note is good. There's just not a ton of complexity. Yes, Eagle Rare third. So what played against the Eagle Rare probably was the proof. We, just happened to be, just out of happenstance, happened to be the rare breed. And I feel like Eagle Rare just got shuffled back, even though I picked it up. I knew it was Eagle Rare. But it's like the proof just kind of got us on a proof kick, and the Eagle Rare was the lowest proof of them. $18 for Buffalo Trace is awesome.
Have you tried Widow Jane 14? The vaults?
I don't think I've tried 14. I think I have the 13. I could be wrong.
Awesome.
Hands down, the best bourbon I've ever had was 10th Mountain Spirits Co. Never had that. I'll have to check on that. Do I golf? Not well, not often. So if you occasionally and very badly, yes, I do golf. What are we? Who's texting?
Your daughter.
What did she say?
I don't really understand.
What's happening to your phone? Is GTS essentially Eagle Rare 17 a barrel? No, they're different. I don't know if they have different mash bills. I forget all the Buffalo Trace mash bills, but there's very different flavors. What is she talking about? Oh, he said he owned and stuff.
You owe me.
Did you tell her she's like 10 minutes behind on the live stream?
Yeah, she's behind.
I have never gone disc golfing. I've never done that. Favorite football team? College? I'm an Auburn grad, professional. I don't care.
We should go pickleball play. We should do pickleball.
No, see, I still don't know what a pickleball is, and I don't want to know at this point.
Yes.
Because in my mind, if you say pickleball, we have little small tennis rackets, and we're hitting squishy pickles back and forth at each other. And I want to keep that visual. I don't want to lose that, because I feel like that is what pickleball should be.
Okay.
Rick Darklighter with the $9.99 Super Chat. I know you had an evening where you tasted a ton of ryes, and Michter's barrel strength rye took the cake. Have you ever tasted Michter's 10-year single barrel rye? I recently did, and it's amazing. That was also in the list of bottles we tried, I believe.
Thank you.
I'm going to go grab it.
Thank you, Big J Rock 10.
What did Jay say?
Pickleball is a short court tennis for old people. It's perfect for us. That is us.
In a nutshell.
See, I remember when we used to go play tennis a long time ago, and we were really pretty okay at it.
Tennis?
Yeah.
For people, it's kind of like golf. For folks that have had listen, for a guy that has had no training in anything ever whatsoever, I'm pretty athletic. I got good hand-eye coordination. I pick up things really fast. So I was a pretty decent tennis player. I was a pretty decent golf player when I played regularly, but it's been like 175 years since that happened. And so it would take me a little while to kind of pick it up again.
Yeah.
I would probably be like a world-class pickleball player for old people. Michter's single barrel 10-year-old Kentucky straight rye whiskey was on the list of whiskeys we tried, and I still think the barrel strength beat it, but oh my God, that's delicious.
Yeah, see, John David says it's not tennis, but he's coming from, like, playing tennis with, like, real tennis people. Like, you and the Clarks, like, y'all play real tennis. We don't play real tennis. We're old.
I played with the Clarks.
I know
I held
you have.
my own.
I know you have.
Like,
You
I just
have.
picked up a tennis court, or tennis racket. I just played like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
I picked up a tennis court. That
picked
shit,
up-
it got out of hand real quick. I picked up the court and threw it.
The whole tennis
Try
court.
that.
What is this?
That is Michter's single barrel 10-year-old rye. And that is one of the better ryes you're ever going to have right there. I still like the barrel strength because we're proof hounds. You didn't try it?
I'm going to wait.
Okay.
Just
Just
give me a
going to wait.
Yeah.
Pickleball is for us over 40 big boys tennis.
Yeah.
I don't want to compromise. Like, give me tennis. I'm just going to go with the tennis.
We need to get back.
Tell you
to
about the first time I
football.
ever played tennis. I played tennis first time in high school, and I went to the tennis courts, and this was before I'd met Jill, and there were these girls there, and I decided to play tennis with them and this other dude.
Ooh,
What?
that's good.
Oh, that's so freaking good. Yes.
That's good.
I still like the high proof, but
You
that
play
is
tennis with other girls?
yes, baby. If you don't realize, before you, I played tennis with other girls. This happened. But let me tell you what happened. I went and we were at Southern Union in Alexander City, Alabama. I think it's still Southern Union. It may be. Well, I think it was Central Alabama Community College. I don't know. It was a community college in Alex City. And the tennis coach came out there. And the tennis coach is like, those are basketball shoes. You can't wear those on my tennis courts.
Ooh, to you?
Yeah. And I was like, that's kind of rude. Like, they don't mark. They're non-marking. Like, what? Okay. Well, I showed her. I just took them off. And I played barefoot. Played barefoot. But see, I was killing them. I was whipping some folks. I was stomping some children out there that day.
I'm sure you were.
And then I went and somebody hit it to the other side of the court, and I took 3 steps and I stopped. And when I stopped, I got traction. And it filleted the bottom of my foot. Like, my skin just peeled back under my foot like this right here. And it, and I don't know if you realize, but the skin on the bottom of my foot at that point when I was playing basketball about that thick. So it was just like flat. It was just a flap hanging down on the bottom of my foot. And that was the end of my tennis days for like 10, 15 years there.
I think the moral of that story is don't play tennis without shoes.
But I didn't. That's the first time I'd ever played tennis. That first time I'd ever played, and I was whooping some kids.
All right.
But I was the only one without tennis shoes.
Don't play tennis without shoes.
It was not good. Not good at all. Oh, that is so delicious.
That is delicious. Yes.
Yeah. It's not as good as the barrel strength, I don't think, but it is delicious. Because the barrel strength tastes like this. It's got a little less bitter oak to me, but it's got all of that proof.
Need some Weller 12 after that one.
Weller
That
12's
was
not
good.
my thing. That's good stuff.
That one's good.
Come to California for some of my barbecue. Hey, hit me up. I need to do it. Where you at in California?
When we go to New York, we need to go see John David and Renee.
They're in New York?
Yes.
Where are they at in New York?
I believe they are in Warwick or Patterson.
Okay.
Somewhere near there.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Need some, Weller 12, got that one. Ever travel in Tennessee? I mean, I travel through Tennessee. Almost always if I'm in Tennessee, it's through Tennessee. I'll stop in Nashville, hang out with Big J Rock, eat some hot chicken, and then move on typically. Scott, the cigar
Patty
thing,
B's.
now I've been gone, right? So since I filmed that video, I've been gone, although I've gotten a lot of cigars. A lot of folks sent me stuff that I needed to try. I've got a ton of them in there. I haven't ordered any of the accessories or got everything set up like folks say. I think I've got like 100% humidity So my cigars are probably mush. They're in the Amazonian rainforest right now. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I probably got the humidity a little too high. And so I've still got to set it up. I still got to play around with it. Hopefully this week I'll be able to do that. What is it? Did I say something I wasn't supposed to say?
Just don't.
Jill's not into the cigar thing. Is that what it is? That's why you're staring. I thought I'd said something wrong. I was like, what did I say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not into the cigar thing.
Weller single for $9.99? Yeah, that's a no.
Like
$1,000 for a Weller single barrel.
oh.
Weller Antique is delicious. Old Elk Cigar Cut. I need to try that. At $150, I'd pass too. I would pass too. I don't know what it goes for, but that's pricey. Although, like, if Joseph Magnus cigar is $150, I'd probably do that. Best bourbon for a shot toast with the groom before his wedding. You're the best man. At that point, I don't know how into bourbon they are, but I'd probably look for something that was, something that was exciting to them. And so if they're not really into bourbon, you could probably do really well. You want to tell a story, right? So you probably do really well by getting a store pick or a slightly expensive bottle, anything allocated. If they're really into bourbon and you want to go like super hard, it's hard to beat BTAC stuff. A Stag, even a Stag Junior is going to be really, really good. If they're not into bourbon at all and you just want a really nice bourbon that everybody's going to enjoy, probably a Woodford Double Oaked or something like that. But realistically, if you're doing shots, if y'all are just taking shots before, just find a decent bourbon. Like, you don't have to go super expensive, right? Because if you're shooting it, you're not picking up too many of the flavors. You just want it to go down really, really good. So you want something with probably a little lower proof, something a little easier to just shoot. $300 for a Magnus cigar? Yeah, those are crazy. Bourbon and cars? I don't have time for anything more than bourbon and cars, Mason. Larry with the $5 super chat. Thoughts on Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select? The barrel proof ones are absolutely fantastic whiskey.
Is that what we have?
Yeah, the barrel proofs are the little square bottles that look like Coy Hill, but they have the gold label on the front of them. If that's what you're talking about, those are exceptional. I usually want the proof, though. Like, it needs to be the high proof versions. 164. Yeah, I think that's where it was when I bought it. It's 150, 170-ish dollars. Cigar will make them scotches outstanding and try old go. That's what I'm figuring. If I just smoke enough, I'll kill my taste buds to start liking scotch. That's my strategy. You don't think so?
No.
You think it's gonna damage my very delicate palate?
I just don't want you to do it.
You don't want me to smoke a cigar, even outside?
No.
Okay. Thoughts on Law's cash strength for $80? Haven't had it. But $80 for a cash strength seems fair if it's good.
Jill doesn't care for the. No, I don't.
The Still Austin cash strength's fantastic. That's a good bottle, Joseph.
Yeah, thank you, John David. Yes, you just need good scotch. You don't need to put anything else in there with it.
So name a good scotch, John David Ledbetter. Give me a good scotch right now. I demand that you name a good scotch. Name one. Give me a good scotch. Go ahead. Give me a good scotch.
He doesn't like
right
scotch.
Now. Just got married and I brought the bourbon, Wild Turkey 101. Everybody liked. Make a base and go from there. I ended up blowing. Wild Turkey 101's a fantastic bottle. Nothing wrong with it. Highland Park Cask. Of course, I thought he had named one that I had, and he didn't.
I'm glad because otherwise you would be like, no, I don't like that one.
Let's see if I have a scotch that I haven't opened. Did we open all the scotches?
I don't know.
Let me see if I got a scotch that I haven't opened. I'm going to go grab a scotch. We're going to try a scotch.
Don't say entertain them, Jill.
Entertain them, Jill. Dance for them, Jill.
I'm not an entertainer, and I don't dance. But I will answer questions. If you have any questions, I will answer those. I will do that. But let's see. I don't see any questions. Sing for us, Jill? You do not want me to do that. I am not a singer. Although I do like Taylor Swift. I'm not a singer. Fave Taylor Swift song. Oh, there's so many that are my favorite. What's my favorite hobby?
Irritating me?
Yeah, irritating Thomas. No. What beach are we heading to? Well, my favorite beach is Destin, Fort Walton, but we're technically only heading to Gulf Shores, Fort Morgan, which is also a lovely beach. Awesome. Excited about doing that. We're going with some of our favorite people in the world, so we're happy to do that. So I just hope the water is as pretty as it is in Destin and Fort Walton, but we'll see. Who knows? It may not be. Lisa Loeb is an entertainer. Yes, but I am not Lisa Loeb, even though you may think I look like her. I am not her. Gunn asked, how was Taylor Swift concert? Well, I've been to 2. We went to Atlanta and Nashville, and it was awesome and amazing. And I would go back if I could afford it, number 1. And number 2, find another city to go to. Oh my goodness, you didn't open all those.
Well, I think I've got 4 back there we haven't opened. This is 3 of them. So y'all get to pick. Y'all are picking what scotch we are trying tonight right here. Let's clean this off just a little bit. Grab that Michter's and slide it all out of the way over there for me. All right, so what we've got is the Macallan Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. 12-year-old. 12-year-old double cask, 12 years old. We also have a Glengoyne Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. 10-year-old.
You haven't tried those?
Have not opened these. He said Highland, but like Highland is a brand too, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe I've nailed exactly what he's talking about here. This is a Glengoyne Highland single malt Scotch whiskey, 12-year-old.
John David, are these what you're talking about? Or
right
no?
Here.
I don't know. We'll see.
I nailed them. Right. I'm right. Our Highland is a region. Highland is not.
Oh.
So
okay.
I have a Highland. He said 12-year-old, didn't he?
I don't know.
Did he say 12? You said 12 right here. This is a 12. This is a 12. Is this Macallan's not high?
Orange is a 12.
That's a Highland. This orange is a 10. So I have 2
John Price
12-year-old.
said
Macallan 12. Which one?
Oh, this is a 10.
This
Orange
is a 10.
is a 10.
This is 12. This one is a 12.
I don't know.
Everybody's picked, so it's a region. Come on. Highland Park is a brand. He didn't say Highland Park.
Highland Park is a brand.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't got the right one.
Yeah, but he didn't say. Did he say Highland Park?
There is Highland Park, and you don't
Well,
know.
Highland Park is not as good as these. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
He don't know.
I'm gonna try one of these. Y'all pick which one I'm trying.
Someone asked me what my favorite bourbon was.
What is your favorite bourbon?
William LaRue.
They're saying Glengoyne is better than the Macallan, but not the best tasting. All right, let's go with the Glengoyne. William LaRue.
Yeah, that's my favorite. But I also love our barrel pick. I'm really loving that right now.
Oh, you've been killing that Brewzle pick over there.
I haven't been killing it. I've had a taste of it, but it's really good. And Frey Ranch. If anybody that loves bourbon that can get Frey Ranch, that have not had the opportunity to have Frey Ranch, I would say try it.
Jill,
because it is so good. It is like really, really, really good.
For like $100 plus shipping, I found a reputable online store that has another barrel pick Frey Ranch cask strength. Is that a go? Is that a yes?
If it's legal.
It's legal. I mean, it's legal for me to own it. It's legal for me to order it. Is it legal for them to ship it? Not my problem.
Yeah, well, we have to make sure it's legal.
Okay. All right, you get me a fresh Glencairn over there.
Night. Where are they at, boo?
Devin, send me a DM. Like I said, I found a site that has them. Oh, we're out right there behind you. There should be some. We used all the Glencairns. Here, hold on. Larry, right now our barrel pick is completely sold out. We do have 8 more barrel picks coming. They will drop to patrons first, then Discord and the mailing list. The newsletter will get them at the same time. So sign up for the mailing list. I don't know how you do that. I don't think we're dropping that link in here, but join the Discord. That'll do it too. All right, Glengoyne 12. And I'm just telling you, I don't like Scotch. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is not any sort of knock on Glengoyne.
So John David said that Highland Park cask strength is a distiller, and it's better than all 3 of the ones you have here.
Okay, well, I don't have that one.
We need to get that one. Highland Park cask strength.
Yes.
Yep.
Where do you get your Glencairn? So we have, this is just a plain Glencairn. You can get Brewzle logoed Glencairns at Brewzle.com if you would like. We've got 3 different designs, Brewzle.com. Pick those up. They're a little more expensive because you're paying for a logo, right? We got to buy them, and then we got to have a logo put on them, and they cost more money. If you want just normal Glencairns, there should be a link. I don't know if it's in the description of this video or this stream. We put it in the descriptions of most of our videos where you can just buy the stuff on our bar at Amazon. You could buy them in like a case for, you know, cheaper than buying a handful of these with the Brewzle logo if you want a bunch of them.
Yeah. If you don't want the Brewzle logo, just buy them on Amazon.
Okay.
We're okay with either one.
So I'm getting to a place to where this doesn't offend me as much as it used to.
You know what that means?
It still tastes like vomit, though. It's not good. I think it just means I'm getting used to vomit.
I think it would taste better when you're looking at the mountains and the
Deal.
atmosphere.
As
of
much crap as I've
Scotland.
given Scott, as much crap as I've given Scotch, the fact that I put out a video calling it Irish whiskey to troll people, I'm pretty sure if I go to Scotland, I'm going to get murdered.
No, you're not.
They wouldn't know who I am.
They
But if
won't
they
know who
did,
you
they would
are,
murder
baby.
me. They would murder me.
They won't know who you are, and they'll like me.
Gabba, $12 super chat says, "Do not drink the Scotch."
Do not drink this.
You're right. My palate is just my palate's gone. I can't smoke in the house for sure, Dale. So we're gonna have to work that out. Yeah, the vomit tasting note. It's like I attribute it to maltiness. I don't know for sure. It's a single malt. It could be something else other than maltiness, but it's just got a flavor I can't get over, and it's the whole category. It's not one particular brand. It is the entire category has that flavor that I just cannot get on board with. Here, take a sniff. It's just not my thing, and I think it's the malt. But then sometimes I have something like I had a Hennessy the other day, and I was like, that kind of tastes like an Irish whiskey. That's got a little maltiness to it. And then somebody's like, no, it doesn't. And I was like, okay, sorry about that. Hate that I offended you with your Hennessy. Very approachable. It's just Irish whiskey, green spot. Yes, I'll break out a green spot here in a second. We're gonna slow play it just a little bit, but I will do it.
Well, that's not the worst
we got
one
like
I've
8
ever
minutes.
smelled, though.
It's not the worst. It's not, and I'm sure this is a fine whiskey for somebody that likes those flavors.
It's not the worst of
But
it.
it's like you not liking sweet tea and somebody handing you Milos and be like, well, do you like this one? No, I don't like sweet tea. You know? Dalmore cigar malt drinks more like bourbon. You telling a fib, Bob?
Bob.
I got a Dalmore cigar malt.
Yes. Campus box hedonism, though. You like that one?
I did like that one.
Yeah, this one, it actually doesn't smell that bad. But I'm not sure if it tastes good.
All right, so these
So
are
this
the
is
last,
one, this is this one?
Yeah.
And-
Last 2 whiskeys of the evening here. Yellow Spot 12-year Dalmore cigar malt right there. We got them. I'm trying. Y'all can tell I'm trying. Now, I'm not going to take credit for buying these. I did not. Josh at Spillway gave these to
He's
me to try to
given
get
us
me to like
Scotch.
these. He said he's going to get me into them, and thus far, he has just solidified my hatred. Although the what was it, the sherry finish ones? I think it was the sherry finish ones, like the Compass Box.
Okay, I have to figure this
Hedonism was a sherry finish, so I've enjoyed the sherry. I think the sherry finish kind of masks some of the maltiness, but then it just doesn't taste like a Scotch. And so if you find something that you like because it doesn't taste like a Scotch, do you like Scotch? No, you like something that doesn't taste like Scotch. 2 solid ones to end it on. No, I'm going to keep drinking it. I'm going to keep drinking it, Bob, until I finally like it. And you can see I've only had like a little pour of this one.
Oh.
3 Bookers. Charlie's batches. Not a fan initially. So the first Bookers, if that's the first Bookers you ever had, the first one I ever had, I didn't love. But I fell in love with them after a while.
John David, where do you find the Highland Park Scotch that you're talking about? Where do you find it? Like, can you find it in New York, or do you Where do you find it
I don't
at?
think it's that hard to find. I think that's a major brand. I think. All right, so this is 3 cask maturation. This is pot stilled, and it's in bourbon, sherry, and Malaga. I don't know what a Malaga is, but
Malaga.
it smells nice. I will admit, this one smells pretty nice, but I like sherry finish, so that one's pretty nice on the nose. Ooh, that's
Empire Wine up here in New York. Okay.
that one smells like. That's a little weird. It's like, have y'all ever gone to a cheap hotel and you walk into your room and you're like, that air conditioner hasn't been cleaned in forever? You ever smelled that? You ever smelled like stale, musty air conditioner? That's what that smells like. Smells like my room. Like maybe my air conditioning filter is gonna have some mold growing on it. Maybe that's what it. Jill, you're an Auburn fan, Dale asks.
Yes, I am an Auburn fan. War Eagle.
I probably like that better than the one we just had, the Macallan or the Glengoyne. I probably like that better. It's got some maltiness, but then there's some other interesting things going on. I could see myself growing to appreciate that. I am not there yet. That is not a place I have gotten myself. Bob's like, give me a break. War Eagle, Patrick. That's something I could drink. It's not something I just want to come back to over and over and over right now. But this yellow spot is something I could. That's getting pretty decent. But it's kind of the problem is that is very bland. And so if that were a bourbon, I wouldn't love it because it's got some sweetness, but it's kind of plain. But that's why I like it as an Irish whiskey, because it's kind of bland. If it were like really strong Irish whiskey, I wouldn't like it. So I could see myself maybe drinking that, and maybe that'll get my palate accustomed to all of the Irish things going on here.
All the Irish things.
And then maybe when I drink something that is a little more intense, I would appreciate it. But right now,
Yeah.
like it's like even this one that's like okay, I would rather have a mediocre bourbon. So like, why am I drinking this? Don't know. Don't know. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. I want to be a part of the club. I want to be accepted into the Scotch and Irish whiskey club. I just don't know if that's ever going to happen.
I just want to go to Scotland and Ireland on a Brewzle bourbon trip.
Well, then we need to quit trying it on camera, or I'm going to get murdered.
Exactly. Stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Yeah. Couple of blue spots at Costco. Old Crow over any Scotch or Irish. I can't say that out loud anymore because I'm going to go to Ireland and Scotland at some point, and then I'm going to get murdered.
And no.
The Compass box is pretty good, though. I will admit that's a good one. The yellow spot, like if you like, I could see how folks would really like this one. This is one of the best Irish whiskeys I've ever had, and I say like probably top 3. It's still not what I'm looking for, but maybe I could. If I got used, that doesn't have a lot of maltiness on it to me. So it's very sweet. It's very vanilla forward. Like it is good. It has just a hint of maltiness. And so if that were gone, I could see myself enjoying that a lot. But it is kind of sweet and middle of the road. Like I want some proof. I want some intensity of those sweet flavors, which is what I get on a bourbon.
Are there Scottish or Irish whiskey, however that is, there that you have never had here in the United States? Like,
I'm sure
ones
there
you can't
probably
get
are.
here?
So yeah, I mean, if you want to send, we don't take like samples because we get a lot of views and there's a lot of weird people out there. But we got a P.O. box if you want to send. P.O. box should be in my bio here on YouTube. If you want to send a full bottle, just don't be mad at me if I don't like it. That's all. If you're going to be mad at me if I don't like it, just don't send it. Tell me what it is. I'll go buy it. Then you could not be mad at me. I'm happy to try a full unopened bottle of just about anything, but I also don't want to upset folks because I'm just weird. I'm not trying to make people mad. I'm not trying to hate on Scotch. I'm just trying to convey to y'all that I'm not a fan of it, and I want to be. So you're probably not going to. If your hopes are that you're going to send me a bottle and I'm going to see the light and I'm going to come to your side and it's going to be some sort of epiphany and I've been wrong about scotches my entire life. I'm just saying it's
unlikely. And by his entire life, he means only the last couple of years that he's...
that I've actually tried scotches. But I'm just saying it's probably not going to happen. But I'm happy to try. Yeah. Well, I mean, the samples, you said a full bottle, but if it's like a little sample bottle, we're probably not going to drink it because I'm just afraid somebody's going to send me their urine or something, and then I'm going to drink it. Like, that's really what it boils down to. Are they going to send some arsenic or something? We just got to be careful. That's all. That's all. We get a lot of hate because I'm kind of silly and we like to troll people a little bit. And so sooner or later, somebody's going to try to pay me back for that.
And by we, he means he.
I mean, yes. Collective, yes. Singular we.
I am not a troller.
You're not a trolling motor?
I don't troll people.
Have you tried Seagrass? I have. It's been a while, but I did enjoy it. Highland Park 12 or Highland Park Valkyrie. I'll keep that in mind. I'll pick one up. Try Black Bull. Ooh, hey, look who's got a Black Bull, baby.
We have a Black Bull?
Here's what's crazy, though.
What is a Black Bull?
Here's what's crazy. I've got a Black Bull from 1972 right here.
Why?
Because I went to an estate sale for the doctor that delivered me as a baby.
That is what we have.
And I have an unopened Black Bull from the early 1970s. Black Bull Scotch. It's got the little bull charm right there. And I'm gonna get a Black Bull to compare it to this.
This is the doctor, his estate sale that he delivered both of us, like as babies. We were, Of course, he delivered everybody in our town, so it's not like we were the only ones.
He delivered everybody.
He delivered anybody.
But this is 86 proof Wilshire's Black Bull blended Scotch whiskey, distilled in Scotland, blended and bottled by George Wilsner and Company. This is.
I didn't know you got that there.
There might be a date on this. This stamp right here might have an
bull
actual
on
date.
It and everything.
Or there's some.
Look at there.
I think there's a way of dating it through this, but it was late 60s, early 70s right there, Black Bull Scotch. I also have some bourbons we got from that estate sale, but this one, I'm going to get like a modern Black Bull. I'm going to try it against that. So.
This has never even been opened. That's insane.
Never been opened. Don't be messing with that.
They don't put those on there anymore, do they?
They don't do it like that, no.
That's so cool.
That's the old tax strip. How old are you guys? We feel really
old
right now.
We're really old.
We are in our early 30s.
Yes.
But it has been a very hard life. I've aged. Apparently, I'm really easy to live with because Jill still looks like she's in her early 30s.
No, I don't.
But Jill is really difficult to live with because I look like I'm 174 years old.
We're really old.
Oh, this is a really cool bottle. I'm excited. And we got this. I'm going to show y'all one more. Maybe a couple more. I'll show y'all a couple more before we call the live stream.
We have a child old as most of you people, probably. I don't know. Our oldest is probably as old as a lot of people in the stream, I would think. Brewzle-Will. He's probably as old as a lot of you guys.
So these are the ones I got that were unopened. We did get some that were open but barely had any taken out of it. I also got this Rothschild. Ooh. This is a Rothschild extra fine brandy, again from the 1970s right here. But this is the highlight. This one I got in my other hand this is the creme de la creme right here. This is the top of the top. This one is the one that got me super excited and got me to like dive into a liquor cabinet when I wasn't supposed to be looking. This one is a 1968-ish Rebel Yell Stitzelweller distilled. It's got the Stitzelweller logo embossed into the bottle. This is from the late 60s based on the tax stamp. Rebel Yell. It says Southern Sour Mash Straight Bourbon Whiskey from old Kentucky. From an old Kentucky. It just says from old Kentucky. It's distilled, aged, and bottled by Stitzelweller Distillery, Louisville, Kentucky. Established, and then the label's a little damaged, so I can't see the year. Exclusively for the Deep South. And this is a 6-year-old. This is 1 quart Stitzelweller Rebel Yale right there. And I am going to open that sucker up. When we have a meetup, we're thinking about saving it and having patrons in. And we'll try to give as many people samples as we can to the VIP. We'll sell a limited number of tickets to a VIP event. We will open this bottle and share it with y'all. So that's going to be fun.
John David said he has a Johnny Walker Black from the 60s, unopened.
Nice. Open
Wow.
it. Tell me what it tastes like. We're gonna drink these. We're gonna open these.
Open ours
This Black Bull's
eventually.
getting open. This Napoleon's getting open. I do have a Brandy from the 1970s. I have a Jack Daniels over there from the 1970s, and those are open. We are drinking those. Yeah, don't open that one.
I'm not. I'm just looking for a date.
No, so it doesn't technically have a date. So how you know on this tax stamp? At some point, like in late 60s, early 70s, these tax stamps had 60s and below had Internal Revenue Service, and then in the 70s, so like one of these, they switched to like, see how it's got numbers on it. This one doesn't have numbers. They switched to numbers, and it says like Department of Revenue, or actually like tobacco and Department. It says something different. I can't read it because my eyes aren't that good. I have to get a magnifying glass out. But this one has the stamp from pre-1970, and this one has the stamp from 70 and above. So you can kind of tell roughly, and some of them I have, so in like 1977, 78, they actually started putting the dates on them. So if it doesn't have a date, it's like 1970 to like 1978. And this one is 60s or older, and based on like really how I can date it is the bottle design. So this is like late 60s bottle label design.
And it says it was 6-year-old.
Yeah, it says 6 years old right here. P.O. Box 209, Opelika, Alabama 36801. You should be able to go to Brewzle, like go to the YouTube channel and click About Us, Contact. I don't know, there's a tab there. Worst case, hit me up in Discord. I will get you the address. Get some readers. So the thing is like I can actually read pretty well here. You don't realize it's really dark.
He needs readers.
I mean, it's not perfect anymore. It's not too bad. It's not as bad as Jill. Like Jill can't see nothing. She
That's
takes
not
those
true.
things off. Oh, she can't. She can't
I
drive.
can see people.
She's like, I can't. Oh yeah, but they're blurry.
No, people are not blurry.
That's the only way. That's the only way we've worked. Soon as this is over, she's taking those goggles off right there. Those goggles, Lord.
Those goggles off.
She's taking those goggles off, and then I'm really attractive at that point. Apparently, her eyes make me look slimmer.
You're always attractive.
Thank you. Appreciate it. When are they that old and not open? Do they oxidize? I don't think so. Maybe.
We're not sure.
So some of the ones that are open were open just a little bit, and they're oxidized a little. Maybe a little bit of alcohol is dissipated out of them.
Both of these
we haven't opened any of the ones that are not open. We did try the Brandy. I have tried the Jack Daniels. The Jack Daniels feels like maybe a lot of the alcohol had escaped, like maybe the top wasn't completely closed. The Brandy seems fine. Now, I didn't try it against the modern version, but we will do that at some point. There's no shame in readers. If I need them, I will get them.
He needs them.
I don't think y'all realize how dark it is in here and how small those freaking labels are.
It is dark in here, and
those labels are small.
But he does need them.
Don't be hating.
He's trying to like delay it.
I'm gonna have some surgery done. We ain't getting no readers. I don't have to keep up with them. I don't mind wearing them. I just break them. That just wasn't gonna happen. Like I just something else to keep up with. It's not gonna happen.
At our age, you need readers.
So these were actually stored in a liquor cabinet underneath in the dark constantly. Yeah. And so when I opened the liquor cabinet, there was one of these bottles right here, one of these Rebels, but it only had like this much whiskey. Like it was way down at the bottom, and I was like, oh, that's a cool bottle. Man, I wished I had one of those unopened. And then I opened the next drawer, and there was one of them unopened. I almost wanted to buy the other one just to try it, but it's almost empty since the late 60s. It's probably not going to be any good, so I just passed on it. So, Zenny for cheap glasses. I'm just going to have, we're going to laser them suckers. All right, guys, we are going to call it. We're actually 9 minutes past. So after this, I'm going to jump into the Discord for supporters, for patrons, or channel members here on YouTube. If you happen to have signed up tonight or sometime recently and you're not in the Discord, hit me up, hit up one of the admins over there, and we will try to get you into that supporter group as best I can. I know there was somebody got a little mad at me last time because we couldn't figure out, like they were struggling with Discord. And Discord can be hard if you're not used to it. I understand. I struggle with it too. I'm still trying to figure out how to use Discord, and we were struggling together, and it got a little frustrating, and I apologize for that. But I'm going to jump over to that chat for the next 50 minutes or so. Give me about 5 minutes. Go use the restroom, grab a fresh Dr. Pepper from upstairs. We will see y'all there, and we will be live next Monday. We're going to do, again, we're gonna start polling Discord. We're going to do the top bourbons under $75 next week. I appreciate everybody joining us today. Had a fantastic time. This was a fun live stream, and we will catch up with y'all later.
Bye, everybody.